Welcome here to Bailey Brayton Field. Great to be with you as the Cougs host the Cal Golden Bears. Washington State has won 3 of 4 Pac games, just took 2 of 3 in Tucson, Arizona. Cal's been hot as well. They beat St. Mary's and they took 2 of 3 from the Huskies. It's an important game in the Pac standings here, especially for the Cougs, who are trying to ascend after winning 3 of the last 4 here in league play. The hero at the plate for the Cougs in Tucson was second baseman Kyle Russell. Here's the first of 2 clutch hits in the second game in the series. It was a phenomenal win comeback for the Cougs. That tied the game at 5 in the 8th inning, and he wasn't done yet. He put that one up the middle and does something very similar here for the go-ahead run in the 9th inning. The very next inning, right back up the middle, and Kyle Russell with 2 RBI singles, 1 in the 8th and 1 in the 9th. And that gave the Cougs the series win at a top 10 team at number 9 Arizona. On the mound, just a fabulous start from Grant Taylor, who dropped the ERA, no earned runs, went with a career-high pitches on his arm, and was fantastic deep into the late part of the ballgame when Chase Grillo came on and slammed the door. He did this in both games, both wins for the Cougs. This the 11-5 win, game number 1 in Tucson. He did it again in the second game, and Grillo's been now one of the top arms in the back end of the bullpen. Great to see Dakota Hawkins back out there on the hill. Tyler Haft has been more than solid, and Cam Liss has been a go-to lefty lately for the Cougs as the bullpen has been a strength. Now, Cal comes in. Reigning Pac Player of the Week, Nathan Martorella, is one of the hot bats in the league. Cal has taken 2 of 3 from Washington and beat St. Mary's lately. They've been hot. They're 7 and 8 in the Pac. And Washington State needs these games to climb up in the Pac standings. It should be a really good matchup here at Bailey Brayton Field for 2 teams that really need W's in this middle part of the year. Washington State here at home takes on the Cal Golden Bears. Cougs and Golden Bears here from Pullman coming up next. Here we go back at it. Great to be with you live at Bailey Brayton Field. Cougs with their crimson tops have taken the field surface, and Cole McMillan is throwing here on the bump, getting warmed up here for the Cougs against Cal. First of 2 today on a crisp, chilly day. Wind has died down and right. Cole McMillan's off a very good start against the Arizona Wildcats last week. And the lefty will start off the first of 2 today here for the Cougs. We'll go through the defensive alignment and Cal's batting order here momentarily as Cole McMillan takes his final warm-up pitches, throwing here to the catcher, Jake Meyer. Meyer was above, more than just solid behind the dish against Arizona last week, as Meyer is the catcher today. That's the battery. The first baseman is Jack Smith, and then the second baseman is Kyle Russell, the hero of Game 2 against Arizona. Really won the series for the Cougs with his bat in the 8th and the 9th last weekend. Couple of clutch singles. Elijah Hainline is the slick fielding third baseman for the Cougs, and the shortstop is Cody Colden. Colden made numerous plus plays with the glove in Tucson as well. Washington State's infield defense was excellent last week in the desert. Right to left in the outfield, it's Colin Montez. Nate Swartz gets the start in center, and Justin Vanderbrake is in left field. Cal starts off with one of the top hitters in the Pac, Nathan Martorella, the reigning Pac Player of the Week. He's had a super hot bat, and he digs in as a lefty. First baseman defensively, the 2-hole hitter is Dylan Beavers, and then Hans Smith is scheduled up to bat third. First pitch of the game. Swung on and lifted, playable to left field. Vanderbrake is back toward the track, shy of it, makes the grab. 1 pitch, 1 out as we're underway here in Pullman for the first of 2. And Martorella wastes no time to try to jump on that first pitch of the ball game. 1 up, 1 down.
You love the early strike, the early out, and more importantly, going the other way against a win. So a nice job by Vanderbrake playing that well, plays the win well, but a strike run from Cole McMillan results in out number 1.
So here's Dylan Beavers into the box now, leads the Pac in homers. One of the top players in America, one of the top big league prospects in the Pac. Pitch to him. He is low and outside. Off-speed pitch from McMillan. Clocked at 78 on the scoreboard gun. And the Cougs almost have the full shift with the first baseman, Jack Smith, hugging the line behind the bag. Kyle Russell's in shallow right. Shortstop Cody Colden's towards second. The 1-0. Swing and a miss inside. Heater that time up at 92 as wind has picked up a little bit, and we know the way Bailey Brayton plays. When there is wind, it carries fly balls over that right field wall. Makes it a very short right field wall. 1 ball, 1 strike here, and McMillan is set and deals. Foul tipped back to the backstop there. And McMillan's ahead 1-2. He started out very comfortably against Arizona. Really just made one early mistake in his Friday start, and it wound up being a grand slam. And then shut things down after that. And he was more than solid against Arizona, one of the top hitting teams in the pack. Here's the 1-2 to Dylan Beavers. Misses low and away, 2-2. Home plate umpires Jason Venzen. First base ump Frank Pflugrad. Jeff Clough is at second. And Alex Ortiz is the third base ump. Cougs crimson tops, solid crimson, white pants with the crimson piping. And the crimson ball cap, 2-2. Off the hands, fouled back behind home plate. Fastball up to 93 there from McMillan. That's about as much velo as we'll see from the lefty. As the count is now even at 2-2 here to Beavers. And what is a sunny day here on the Palouse. A very strange weather pattern came through yesterday. Big snowy storm cell. The 2-2 is just foul tipped. Ooh, that's smart. Right off the toe for Beavers. And it's a cold day for that, and he's going to shake it out. And the home plate umpire, Jason Venzen, is going to give him a moment. Bobby, that hurts on a day like today.
Right. It takes a little bit for everybody to get loose, and I think that got a little piece of Jake Meyer, too. And he's shaking it off. But, Dylan Beavers, one of the premier power hitters in the country, takes one off the foot. So, something to watch here. Game 1 of a long day.
So 2 ball, 2 strike count here. We'll see how comfortable his footing is once he gets back in the box. 2-2 count, 1 down. Beavers steps back in. Sun shining down now here on the Bailey Brayton surface. The 2-2 from McMillan. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball inside edge. And Beavers goes down, and it's 2 up and 2 down here in the first for McMillan, who started out this game very comfortably. And now Hans Smith digs in here for Cal. Smith, the second baseman defensively, is hitting .291 on the year. Senior for the Cal Golden Bears in their road grays with the blue and gold piping. Smith has the pants pulled up, so he's showing the solid blue socks up to the knees. And here is the first pitch to Smith, swung on and line to left. Vanderbrake charges in now, pumps the brakes, and it drops down for a single. And so there's a single to left for Smith. And it's 2 down, and the first base runner of the game is on for the Golden Bears. Caleb Lamavita checks into the box now with 2 down. Lamavita, the freshman DH, he might catch the second game. We'll see how the skippers for each squad decide to use their catchers. It's hard to catch 18 straight innings in one day. Throw to first, and Smith goes sliding back safely. So Lamavita would be a potential option there with Cole Elvis, who is in the on-deck circle as the starting catcher here for Game 1 for Cal. Mike New is the skipper for the Golden Bears. The pitch floats high and away for ball number 1. Off-speed pitch there from McMillan. So it's a 1-0 count here with 2 down and a runner on first. Hard hit line drive to left is a single for the first hit of the game. And McMillan likes what he sees. He's set. Here's the 1-0. That's a slider that doesn't really snap off, and the count's 2-0. Came in high. So 2-0 count here to Lamavita with 2 down. Really good speed for Lamavita, one of the pack leaders in stolen bases. Hawaiian native. The pitch is outside 3-0. Fastball misses away. And McMillan steps off the hill. So a fly ball to left on the first pitch for an out. A strikeout of Dylan Beavers. And now he has lost that touch a little bit. Behind 3-0 to Lamavita, he deals. There's a strike. Fastball outside edge. Took a little bit off it, too, and the count's 3-1. Hear the chatter from the Golden Bears dugout. Stadium is peppered with just a few fans today. It's the first of two, and a really cold day. Yesterday it was frigid and snowing. Driving down 195 today, getting to Plaza was like a whiteout blizzard conditions. But beautiful and sunny here today, just crisp and cool. Here's the 3-1. Strike two, snapped off the breaking ball that time, and McMillan's filled it up. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now he's got a chance to get out of this thing unscathed. 2 outs, runner on first. McMillan is set. The 3-2 from the lefty is off the end of the bat. It's a dribbler short. Colden scoops, slings in time. Got the speedy Lamavita by about half a step. Shoelace high, picked out well by Jack Smith. And that retires the side. We go to the bottom half. It's the Cougar Bats up next, scoreless early on.
Boost Collaborative is a proud sponsor of Cougar Baseball and is a proud supporter of people with disabilities on the Palouse. For over 50 years, Boost Collaborative has been here to help families and their toddlers meet developmental milestones. For youth and adults, Boost provides job placement, on-the-job training, and follow-along supports. Now you can play a part in Boost's success through your donations and purchases at Palouse Treasures Thrift Store in Pullman. Boost Collaborative, empowering people with disabilities on the Palouse. Go Cougs!
The Clearwater River Casino and Lodge proudly supports Washington State University Athletics, the premier venue for events and entertainment, located 4 miles east of Lewiston, Idaho. Come hit the jackpot with us, with over 600 gaming machines, saltwater pool, restaurant, and giant screens in the Stadium Sports Bar. Owned and operated by the Nez Perce Tribe, our hospitality is legendary. Stay, play, and get away with the Clearwater River Casino. Go Cougs!
Back at it here live, Bailey Brayton Field on the Palouse, as Washington State here's hosting Cal. And Ian May is the scheduled starter here for the Golden Bears. And May, the long lefty, is on the hill. A scoreless game through the first half. Cougar Bats, Cody Colden, Elijah Hainline, and Jack Smith are scheduled to start here. And defensively for Cal, Cole Elvis, mentioned him earlier. He'll lead off in the second inning for Cal. Cole Elvis is the catcher. Nathan Martorella is the first baseman defensively, with Hans Smith as the second baseman. Dom Soto is the third baseman, and then Keyshawn Ogans is the athletic shortstop here for the Golden Bears. Really good ball player. Dylan Beavers is in right. Nathan Manning is in center. And Trevor Tschenkel is in left. So here's Cody Colden now into the box. First batter of the game for the Cougs. Pitches to Colden. And there's a strike. Floats in on the outside edge. So Tschenkel in left is fighting the sun right now. Kind of a spotty, cloudy day. The 0-1. There's a strike on the inside edge. 86 miles an hour. As May immediately is blowing on the hand. He's wearing those long sleeves under the jersey. No names on the back of either of these jerseys for either squad. Here's the 0-2 to Colden. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Went to reach for a ball out of the zone. A little one-armed wave there by Colden. He's up and down on 3 pitches. And Elijah Hainline comes into the box now. Hainline has been fantastic for the Cougs at third here in his freshman year. He's hitting .295. Great glove. One down here, and the first pitch to Hainline. There's a strike. So May has come out throwing all over the plate. Fastball at 86 once again. A lot of movement on that pitch, and the count's 0-1. May deals. Swing and a miss, off-speed pitch, and that fools Hainline, and May is wasting no time going after Coug batters. And he's fooled a couple now early on. Here's the 0-2 with one down. That one's into the turf. Good stop there by Elvis on that first base side, and the count's 1-2. May works really quickly. On the hill, here's the 1-2. Oh, he shakes his sign off. Wouldn't you know it? Now here's the 1-2. Pitch is swung on and lined to center, charging in, and underneath it to make the play is Manning in center. And there's 2 up and 2 down. A well-hit ball by Hainline, but right at the center fielder Manning. And here is Jack Smith now, the first baseman for the Cougs. Leading hitter on the year, has had an all-pack level year, hitting .333. And Smith is into the box with 2 down and the bases empty. So exactly what the Cougs did to Cal. Favors being returned here early on. Pitch to Smith, swung on and missed. Fastball has been 86, 87 here early on for May. Two down here, bases empty. May comes home. That floats outside. And the count's 1-1. Smith, good eye on that one.
Yeah, we've seen Jack Smith heat up at the right time. He's been the one veteran that's kind of carried this team and came up big last weekend. A couple of RBI singles, series win at Arizona.
Here's the 1-1. Pitch is grounded to short underneath the dive of the shortstop Ogans, and he can't hold on to the ball. And so that's a single for Jack Smith on a ball that was hit hard up the middle. Ogans did well just to get to it. Diving towards second, ball popped out of his glove on a tough play. And Jack Smith has himself a single to very shallow left, and now Jacob McKeon comes up into the box.
Yeah, nice job. Another good aggressive swing by Jack Smith. We've said that a lot this last month. Now extends his on-base streak to 16 games, so nice job by the veteran who came into the weekend 10th in conference, hitting .362 in Pac-12 play.
Pitch to McKeon comes in low, off speed, misses 1-0. McKeon hitting .253 now on the year. 1 homer. He's due to get hot. Cleanup hitter here for the Cougs. Colin Montez on deck, the 1-0. There's a strike on the inside edge. May has located the fastball early on here very well. And he's evened it up 1-1 here to McKeon. When May has his sign, he is ready to release the ball. Works quickly on the rubber. Smith's off of first. And the 1-1. That's off the outside edge. Like a changeup there.
So that was a good changeup from the left-hander, but Jacob McKeon saw it well and a really good take. So Jacob McKeon, a big right-handed power hitter with some power to right field, opposite field power. See if he can stay on that and go the other way. 2
balls and a strike and a throw to first. Back goes Jack Smith, sliding safely. So 2 balls and a strike here, 2 down. Runner on first. Infield is deep, straight away. The 2-1. Swung on and line down the left field line. That drops down. Could be extras, could score a run. Smith races around second. He reaches third. He's waved home. The throw to the cutoff, and then the turn home is on target in time, and he's put down at home plate. There's a beautiful defensive play by Tashenko, throwing to Ogans, who guns Smith down at home. Tag applied by Elvis. And so 7-6-2, they put Smith down at home, and that ends the inning. We go to the second, scoreless here in Pullman.
Oh, so I should save all my money. Yep.
So we go to the second inning. Jack Smith's put down at home on a beautiful relay by Cal. 7-6-2 is how that's scored. And it is McMillan on the hill here for the second inning of work. And into the box comes the 5-hole hitter for Cal, Cole Elvis, the catcher. Trevor Tashenko, the left fielder, is going to bat second as scheduled. Keyshawn Ogans, third here. The 7-hole hitter, the shortstop for Cal. And McMillan comes up onto the bump now with the sun beaming down on him. The pitch to Elvis, swing and a miss. And McMillan's had the off-speed stuff working. Put the first 2 Cal batters down in order in that first inning. Counts 0-1 here to Elvis. It was a 14-pitch first inning for McMillan. Quick work of the Golden Bears. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Beautiful changeup. High, maybe out of the zone there. Elvis went chasing at 0-2. Couldn't resist.
Yeah, back to that play that ended the first inning. You love the aggressiveness by Terry Davis at third base and the Cougar offense trying to get out to 1-0, but it took a perfect throw, perfect relay throw from the Cal shortstop to get Jack Smith at home.
0-2, floats outside, 1-2. Really good play by Cal's defense. Ogans put it right on the money on the relay. And Smith was put down by probably about 2 feet. Not much he could do. He was wheeling around.
Right. Just a good play all around by Cal. Good pressure, and a play you force him to make.
1-2, strike 3, inside edge. A slider that breaks over the corner, knee high. And there's the second strikeout for this outing for Cole McMillan, who's showing the good stuff here today.
Yeah, we've seen good command of all 3 pitches. We've seen the changeup get a lot of almost swings, and that's a good sign. That means it's fooling them just enough, or maybe not enough, but really good stuff from Cole McMillan, the left-hander, and a nice breaking pitch there to get out number 1.
So Trevor Tishankle digs into the box, the left fielder for Cal, a 6-hole hitter, with the bases empty and 1 down. The pitch. Strike, outside edge. Slider breaks away from Tishankle. Dare I say McMillan has 3+ pitches today. The fastball is well located, ratcheting it up to 92 or so. Slider's snapping off, and he's shown the changeup already. And the 0-1. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup right there. And Tishankle's way out in front. The count's 0-2.
Yeah, I wonder if this breeze, the breeze going out kind of helps you. It maybe helps with the off-speed pitch. Maybe knocks him down a little bit, maybe a little wiffle ball type action, and moves it down, moves it side to side.
Here comes the 0-2 with 1 down. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Change up high and away, and up and down on 3 pitches goes to Shankle. And McMillan is going to try to strike out the side here with Ogans walking up to the batter's box. McMillan looks fabulous early on in this start.
This is kind of a tone setter for the weekend. We saw it last weekend at Arizona. They got the big swing early, but then he shut him down after that and using all 3 pitches. So a good command, maybe a little presence on the mound, a little feistiness to him. So this is a good sign, really good sign to start the day.
And McMillan's picking up right where he left off in Tucson, off-speed pitch high and away. He's favored that changeup through these first 5 outs that he has recorded. He's been efficient. A 3-pitch strikeout to Tishankle. You and I were talking about this in Tucson, Bobby, how with 0-2 counts, the 1-0, that's high and away, 2-0. With 0-2 counts, sometimes pitchers play around a little too much, maybe nibble too much. You've got 2 strikes in a guy. You're feeling good. Why not just go for it?
Right, you got him 0-2. He's already squeezing the bat a little bit tighter. He's going to expand his zone, anything close. But so, yeah, just make one more good pitch.
Here's the 2-0 now to Ogans. That's just high, and the count's 3-0. Wanted to go for that changeup once again. Ogans has been really good for Cal, hitting .336 on the year, a couple of homers. He has started every game he's played, all 32, the 3-0. Strike, fastball at the knees. And we saw McMillan do this last inning as well. He was behind 3-0, worked it full. 3 balls and a strike, fastball inside edge that time. Hainline is hugging the bag, the line at third, the 3-1, swing and a miss, fastball away. Ogans goes for it, and now the count is full 3-2, so McMillan's right back in it.
Yeah, this changeup is maybe the best we've seen it all year long, so some really good swings, and they haven't been close to it.
3-2 with a chance to strike out the side. McMillan is setting deals. Inside fastball just misses. Sliding away from it is Ogans. Good eye. And he takes first on the freebie. That's the first free pass awarded by McMillan.
Yeah, the last couple pitches were some off-speed pitches away in the zone, and they tried to sneak back in and maybe a little cutter, but just cut in just too much. Jake Meyer tried to hold it and stick it on the inside half, but just a little bit too far down and in. And Cole a little bit frustrated with himself, but really good stuff so far.
Here's Nathan Manning into the box now. Lefty hitter, center fielder defensively for Cal, hitting .254 on the year. Pitch to him. Check swing on a fastball that just misses. Appeal down to third. Alex Ortiz, the umpire, says no, he did not go around. Manning into the box with a runner on first. That's Ogans after the walk. Sun shining down once again. Here's McMillan all set. And the 1-0 to Manning. Off the end of the bat, fouled back into the net. Counts 1-1. Fastball that time. Series that means everything for Washington State. Trying to get up into that mix for the 8th spot for the tournament in Scottsdale, end of the year, you're just running out of time if you don't do well here in this series. It's mathematically possible, but the path narrows greatly. Throw to first if you don't do well in this series, and it means everything to Brian Green to get down to Scottsdale to get into this Pac-12 postseason tournament. And the Cougs are trying to break off one of the other hot streaks here in the Pac, that is Cal, having taken 2 of 3 against Washington. They've won 3 straight. 1-1 comes in high, 2-1.
Yeah, I believe they shut out St. Mary's, a really good St. Mary's team out of the WCC, on a regional rival there in midweek action. So, this Cal team's been playing well on all facets.
So here's the 2-1 now to Manning with 2 outs and a runner on first. McMillan tosses to first. Well read by Ogans and the Cal dugout. Remember how good A.J. Block's move was to first? In the Royals organization now, I believe. Isn't that right, Bobby?
Right. One of those really good moves. He was usually good to get somebody once a weekend, and every couple weekends get a couple. But Cole's there. You'll see Cam Liss, McCabe, Cottrell. So all 3 left-handers that see a lot of action for us. Really good moves to first base. So maybe that's pitching coach Anthony Claggett's kind of found something that he can help with moves to first base.
Here's the 2-1 to Manning. This is swung on and off the mask of Meyer. It's fine. Counts 2-2. Was it Walker who had a really good righty move to first?
Yeah, I think so. One of the better athletes on the team. So really good footwork and a quick jump, and it's kind of carried it over into pro ball. He's up to Double-A. Him and Shane Matheny out in Richmond, Virginia, with Double-A for the San Francisco Giants. And I think even Ryan Walker finished the year in Triple-A when they kind of called up and expanded rosters.
The 2-2. Swung on and chopped up the middle. Charging in is Russell. He gloves, throws to first. That ends the side as McMillan's looked very smooth on the hill through 2. Bottom of the second next. Scoreless here on the Palouse.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything.
Life and more choices. Visit us on the web at bishopplace.net or call to schedule your tour today. We can't wait to see you.
Scoreless here through 1.5. Bottom of the second coming up here as Washington State has 5, 6, and 7 due up. First time through the lineup against Ian May. And it will be Montez, Kyle Russell, and Justin Vanderbrake due up here alongside Sports Information Director for Baseball, Bobby Allworth. I'm Matt Chazanow, and Montez digs in now, leading things off in the second. In this scoreless game, the batting average does not do the quality of his play justice this year. The batting average is also ascending, as you'd expect. He's hitting 189. Let's see him crack this 200 mark here in this series. What do you say, Bobby? Pitches inside, fastball misses, ball 1.
Yeah, we talked about it. I mean, what were some of the highlights, your takeaways from the first full weekend last weekend was seeing Grant Taylor shut down and Cole McMillan shut down that Arizona offense.
1-0 pitch. Strike, outside edge.
And you got to see Jack Smith. You got to see the Elijah Hainline experience, the young guy, young freshman out of Spokane, making a play somewhere on the field, either at the plate with his bat or in the field with his glove.
Here's the 1-1 to Montez. Breaking ball is popped up sky high into the clouds, arcing toward the dugout and out of play.
But I think it was also the play of Montez, not the hits or the big damage, the big swings we've come accustomed to seeing from the big left-handed power hitter. But in last Friday's win over Arizona, the big 11-5 win, reached base 5 times. He had the double off the pitcher, but also hit by pitch twice and scored 2 runs, had 2 ribbies, a sac fly, and 2 RBIs, excuse me. So left-hander doing everything.
1-2 pitch, strike 3, outside corner. Montez didn't love the call. Looked back at the home plate fastball with a lot of movement there from May, and it's 1 up and 1 down.
So you break the series down a little bit. You don't just look at his hits, but scored 5 runs in the series for against Arizona. I believe that led the team, and then reached base 7 times in the 3 games. So he's second on the team in RBI. So not the first at bat he wanted, but Montez heating up at the right time.
Russell takes ball 1, fastball high and away. And Montez is sure to get hot here at some point this year. Here's the 1-0 to Russell. Swing and a miss. And the count's 1-1 now.
This pace of play is really going to ruin my notes.
How so?
I don't get to give them. No time.
May works really quickly. And here's the 1-1 to Russell. Swing and a miss. There's an off-speed pitch and a beauty by May. Put Russell down on one knee.
Russell was I'll just start talking over you.
That's fine. Yeah, do what you need to do.
Play-by-play. Let the people decide what they want to hear.
You're sort of the fullback of radio analysts. You just bust through the line. Okay. Just regardless of what's out in front, just run straight ahead. Here's the 1-2. This is just touch foul behind the plate.
Russell, the big hero on Saturday at Arizona to clinch the series, had the game-tying RBI single back up the middle in the 8th, and then came back with the go-ahead RBI single the 9th. Kind of similar pitches right back up in the middle and line drive, and you could see this talented infielder, one of the top prospects, shortstop prospects in the country, has kind of settled in these last couple weeks.
Cole Elvis calls time, goes out to talk to Ian May. Counts 1-2 here to Russell. Is that personality tendency of yours why you get along with Clay McGuire, the offensive line coach for the Cougs? Because he was like an H-back as a player for Mike Leach at Texas Tech.
Maybe that makes a lot of sense. And I'm sure, when he was coming back, when Coach Dickert brought Clay McGuire back after all those years as the O-line coach under Mike Leach.
1-2's outside, 2-2.
I'm sure Clay McGuire, that was a big selling point, is that Bobby Allworth is here. I'd like to come spend some time.
All he needed to hear.
Clay McGuire, man, puts offensive linemen in the NFL and
sure
hits
does.
bombs on the golf course.
2-2 is off the end of the bat, lifted, bloop down the right field line, giving chases the right fielder into foul grounds, and Beavers makes the grab. His ball cap fell off on the trot toward the foul territory down that right field line, and he made this grab at the edge of the green turf before it hit that wide brown warning track turf, and it's 2 down here in the second.
It's kind of a disrespectful play by Dylan Beavers in right field. That's a J.J. Hancock play.
That's right.
Anything over in foul territory, you have to leave your feet and go sliding or crashing into the fence. So maybe a nice play by Beavers. Big second out there. Nice catch on the run.
Here's the first pitch to Vanderbrake. That's swung on and fouled off. Right field line. You can actually, if you go down the right field line, 330 down the corners here at Bailey Brayton Field, and you go to the 4th or 5th segment of fence from the corner, J.J. Hancock's outline is still in the fence. The 0-1 is fouled off right field side. Nobody made more diving plays than J.J. Hancock in right. Tri-Cities kid. I think he's coaching baseball there in Tri-Cities. He was as of last year, I believe.
Right. I think doing a lot of maybe youth camps and lessons. So, another Coug doing big things.
The 0-2 is lined into the gap in right, and that drops down, cut off by Beavers. There's a single to right for Vanderbrake. And it is the 3rd hit of the game for the Cougs, as Jake Meyer comes up to the batter's box now, and the Cougs have a base runner here in the second.
Yeah, we mentioned it a little bit last weekend when Colin Montez, big left-handed power hitter, is going the other way and using all fields. That's a good sign he's about to break out. Well, Justin Vanderbrake got robbed of 2 home runs that he hit to right center field the other way at Arizona last weekend. Hit him about 405 to right center field, and they're home runs in any other Pac-12 ballpark. And he picks up right where he left off with a rocket to right center field. So good things that Justin Vanderbrake using all fields.
Jake Meyer into the box now. Runner on first. Pitch to Meyer is low and away. 1-0 off speed pitch for May. So 3 hits now by the Cougs. And Vanderbrake, like you said, goes the opposite way with one on a 2-strike count. Pretty good lead off of first for Vanderbrake. And the 1-0. Swung on and just nubbed back behind home plate. Counts 1-1. Fastball touched by Meyer there. Meyer was very good defensively last week against Arizona.
Yeah, caught all 3 games, a couple timely hits, RBI singles, did a good job of going the other way. And his last at-bat here was the walk-off double against Utah.
1 ball, 1 strike. Cougs have won 3 of 4 in pack play. The 1-1 is grounded left side of the infield. It's a chopper to short. Gloved toss to the lead runner at second for the 6-4 put-out. Good job by Ogans to stay with it. There is the final out of the second. We go to the third. Scoreless, Cougs and Golden Bears.
This Washington State University sports broadcast is brought to you in part by Pullman Regional Hospital, the official hospital of Washington State Athletics. The combined expertise of our university and our award-winning hospital is being deployed to provide greater access to resources, education, employment opportunities, and innovations to improve healthcare and health outcomes for all of us. Pullman Regional Hospital and Washington State, partners in excellence.
Holiday Inn Express and Suites Pullman is just a short drive from the WSU campus. Centrally located to restaurants and shopping, they've got you covered for all your lodging needs with their spacious rooms, complimentary hot breakfast, a cozy outdoor patio, a gift shop for all your Cougar gear needs, and the friendliest staff in town to make you feel right at home. Visit hiexpress.com to reserve a room for your next trip to the Palouse. Stay smart, stay Holiday Inn Express and Suites. Coug owned and Coug managed.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Washington State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of Washington State University and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by Washington State University.
Third inning about to get started here. Cole McMillan on the hill's been fabulous. 33 pitches just early on here. First time through the Cal lineup. Before we get to the third, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to ID themselves as affiliates. This is Cougar Baseball. McMillan now on the hill with his 34th pitch, about to start the third inning. And he's throwing to the 9-hole hitter, Dom Soto, for Cal. The pitch floats outside for ball number one. Fastball misses. 9-1-2 here. Soto, Martorella, and Beavers. And McMillan has 3 strikeouts through 2 innings plus of work. The 1-0 swung out and missed. Fastball outside edge, counts 1-1. Is this the best McMillan has looked, Bobby?
Yeah, I was just going to say he's got kind of everything working. That hasn't been the case. It's usually been fastball or just breaking pitch, and now he's got kind of everything going. And I think there's a couple different fastballs going on here. They're maybe gearing up for a 92, 93, and he's moving it around.
1-1 outside, 2-1. Big recruit, JUCO transfer. This is the stuff that one would associate with a lefty. Big junior college transfer who's ready to start in the pack.
All right, and we saw it last week against a right-handed dominant lineup in Arizona, 9th-ranked team in the country, and he kind of kept him off balance other than one swing.
2-1, swung out and missed, pulled the string. There's the changeup, I believe, from McMillan, which has worked well, and the count's 2-2. He's really got it working today, Bobby. He keeps this up, gets a little run support. Cougs will be okay here in game one.
Yeah, really good presence, a really good tempo. Him and Jake Meyer have kind of settled in here.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Cool day here on the Palouse. The 2-2 is grounded to third. The scout was right. Hainline's right there. Gloves, throws across, and puts Soto down by a few steps.
And we mentioned that we saw some of the unusual shifts last weekend. So now you're more than halfway through the season. So some tendencies are out, and everybody has a scouting report on all these hitters, even if it's just a handful of bats. But yeah, great positioning by Brian Green and his staff. I think David Bellamy and TD Terry Davis do a good job with that. So great positioning. Elijah Hainline right to him.
Hainline now shifts even with the bag for Martorella. They play him for pull, and there's a strike on the outside edge. Beautiful slider to start Martorella off as Kyle Russell's moved all the way to shallow right field from his second base position. Smith is tight to the line at first. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Big wave there on a changeup by Martorella, and the count's 0-2.
Some really big swings. So interesting. What kind of approach is this? Them at the ballpark, they didn't get to take BP on the field, so there's some really big swings from Cal. Maybe trying to hit the long ball.
The 0-2 to Martorella. That's a fastball outside, 1-2. That's maybe the two-seamer that we haven't seen as much here from McMillan. It gets up to 91 and 93. That's the least used pitch so far, the 1-2. That's off the outside edge, 2-2, off-speed pitch. That was 84. Breaking ball. She's got the changeup, and you think maybe there's a four-seamer in there as well. And here's the 2-2 to Martorella. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Off-speed pitch into the turf. Meyer digs it out and throws to first to complete it. And McMillan now has 4 Ks through 2 2/3.
Man, so much fun to watch this adjustment. Maybe he's settled into a routine now. Him and pitching coach Anthony Claggett on the same page, just in the off day and the work leading up to it. But everything's been down in the zone, so a good change and good stuff from Cole McMillan against a good Cal offense so far today.
Bases empty for Dylan Beavers, who struck out back in the first. The pitch to him swung on it, popped up foul, third base side. The same shift they used for Martorella is on here for Beavers. And McMillan's ahead 0-1. 4 Ks through 2 2/3. Trying to retire the side in order here. McMillan's actually put the first 2 Cal batters down each inning now. And there's ball number 1, off-speed pitch high and away. So 1 ball, 1 strike here. Again, first of 2 games today. We just hit high noon here on the Palouse. Game tomorrow, Brian Green, the skipper, said it on the air in pregame, 11 a.m. start. And the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Waves through that off-speed pitch, counts 1 2. 1 ball, 2 strike count, 2 down.
Let's keep working down or off the plate with this guy. I don't want to play with fire. He can change things in a hurry. We've seen it the last couple of years. So let's stay off the plate.
And the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 5 Ks through 3 for McMillan. And the Cougar bats come up to the dish. Bottom of the 3rd next. Scoreless here in Pullman.
A lot goes into Washington State athletes reaching peak performance for game day, including the right nutrition. At Wilbur Ellis, we know that healthy crop performance requires the same attention to nutrition as an athlete. That's why we use benchmark data points to maximize crop productivity through nutrient efficiency. For 100 years, family-owned Wilbur Ellis has been partnering with Washington's farmers to grow healthier crops. That is the winning ag experience for Cougar Nation, locally provided by Wilbur Ellis.
It's time to bring the big game to your backyard. With battery power made by Steel. Our AK Homeowner Series battery tools start at just $199.99. Find yours at over 10,000 local dealers. Steel is a proud supporter of your Washington State Cougars. Real Steel. Find yours. All prices SNW SRP.
Back at it here on the Palouse Bailey Brayton Field. McMillan has 5 Ks through 3 innings. Bobby, his best start of the year so far. He's been fabulous.
And that's kind of been the scouting report, the true 4-pitch mix, and he's got everything going on today, and he's maybe settled into a routine as we begin the midpoint, just past the midpoint of the season. So he's settled into a routine. And, nasty stuff against a really good Cal offense, and got Dylan Beavers there to end it. So a big power hitter, 1 less at bat from him. So nice job to get one of the premier power hitters in the country.
Nate Swartz digs into the box, 9-hole hitter for the Cougs, and he takes a ball on the outside part. Off the outside part for ball number 1, 86 miles an hour. Swartz, Colden, and Hainline due up here in the 3rd. Swartz is a really good center fielder. He and Stancato both. And the 1-0 now to Swartz. Fouled off first base side. High heater there, touched away. So the Cougs have 3 hits, nothing to show for it yet. Cal has 1 hit, and McMillan has struck out 5 of the 9 outs he's recorded. The 1-1 swing and a miss over the top of a breaking ball there from the lefty May. And the count's 1-2. Swartz from New Mexico. Tristan Peterson was a New Mexico State transfer when Brian Green came here onto the Palouse. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and lifted, playable down the left field line. Third baseman Soto's actually giving chase. And he can't quite get there as it pounds off the turf all the way down the left field line into the bullpen. Swartz hit that so high, and it hung up for so long that the third baseman was deep left field by the time that ball hit the turf.
Right, that's kind of the shift. You see Nate Swartz with good power numbers in the outfield. So maybe the infield plays in the pull, but the outfield plays in the go the other way. And so left fielder had to go a long way. That was kind of he would have been camped over there for the easy out, but had to go a long way. Wasn't there.
The 1-2 is a chopper back to the mound. It hits the pitcher in the glove. May scoops it up and underhands it to first as he batted that ball with his mitt toward first base, and there's one up and one down in the third.
Yeah, another good aggressive swing by Nate Swartz. A pitch on the outer half, tried to go back up the middle, and nice snag by the Cal pitcher to knock it down and collect himself and toss over to first base. But another good aggressive swing from Nate Swartz with power to all fields. So another one to file away.
Colden in the box takes a pitch off the outside edge for ball one off speed. Colden struck out in the first. In what is a scoreless game here, Cougs and Golden Bears. And May delivers to Colden. This is hit hard over the shortstop. Doesn't even try to leap. There's a base hit to left. Colden pulls a single, and it's the first time the Cougs have had a base runner with fewer than 2 outs in an inning. And that's their fourth hit of the game.
Yeah, second time through the lineup. He's not going to surprise anybody, so we'll see how long. Yeah, that Cal bullpen, there's some bodies down there kind of moving around, but we'll see how long they go with them. But second time through the lineup, a couple hard-hit balls already, and so nice job by Cody. Good aggressive swing, and Cougs have a man on first with 1 out.
Yeah, May was a reliever earlier this year. Pitch is a strike on the outside edge to Hainline. So you wonder how long they'll leave May out there, even if he was going as well as he wanted to. How long does he stay out there on the hill? A couple of steps off of first for Colden. And the count's 0-1. Throw to first. No, they picked him off. Colden gets stuck at first, and now he's in a rundown as Ogans, the shortstop, puts the tag on, and he is put out towards second base. So that is a 2-3-6 pickoff. 1-3-6 pickoff of Cody Colden, who got caught napping there at first.
Yeah, I think maybe in the middle of his steps, maybe trying to stretch it out. And so nice timing by May to get it over to first base. Good aggressive move by Cody Colden.
Hainline bunts right side of the infield, and it's wide open, and he is there easily at first. It's fielded by Martorello, the first baseman. And Hainline with an infield single read that defense well and laid down a beautiful push bunt for a single.
Yeah, well, he's one of those guys. We mentioned it before. I know people don't like to come out 3 hours before a game, but if you want to come out and watch the young man work, that's one of the things he does. Defense, and then a small ball. Steals a hit a weekend. I think he had a bunt single last weekend, and among the league leaders in sacrifice bunts, and that was a beautiful spot right towards the vacated spot, past the mound towards second base. Pretty bunt by Elijah Hainline.
Pitches a ball to Jack Smith. Inside breaking ball misses, and the count's 1-0. Smith singled back in the first, and he was thrown out wheeling around third at home. Was put down. So 1-0 count here to Smith. Off of first is Hainline. And May is set. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Just misses low. 2-0. Good eye by Smith there. Off speed pitch. And so Smith's looking for something to hit here now. Ahead 2-0. Runner on first. Cougs have 5 hits in the game, no runs.
All right, that's your little frustration with Brian Green in the dugout. You get the your leadoff man on it.
The 2-0. That's high, 3-0. Good eye. Fastball misses.
Yeah, Cody Colden gets on base with 1 out single, and maybe a little bit pushes it a little bit too far, too big a lead, and gets picked off. But you have Elijah Hainline, who's been playing well. You could have first and second, 1 out.
The 3-0. There's a strike. Fastball at the knees. All right, I had a question for you, Bobby. I know you want to get the free base, right? You're ahead in a count 3-0. You know a fastball's coming. You're Jack Smith. You're hitting 340 on the year. Maybe he has a green light and just chose to take. Here's the 3-1. This is grounded. Left side of the infield. There's a base hit. Fastball at the knees, and Smith pulls it to left. And the Cougs have back-to-back singles. Now, maybe Smith just answered my question with his actions. But in other circumstances, do you swing at it 3-0 if you're Jack Smith or if you're a hot bat?
Right. I think it's Jack Smith. May have the green light. Maybe he's looking for one spot. Maybe he was looking away the whole time because that's where his power's at. And you see a huge gap on the right side of the infield. So maybe he was looking at one spot, didn't like it. And then 3-1, he kind of opens up his zone. He's going to get any strike. Good aggressive swing, pulls it through the left side. But also, you got Jacob McKeon up in a breeze blowing out to right field. Maybe you are taking a pitch to get the big fella up.
Pitch to McKeon's outside for ball 1. McKeon doubled in the first inning with runners on first and second now. That was the 6th hit of the game there for the Cougs, who have touched May up, but nothing to show for it. They'd like to change that here. Runner in scoring position is Hainline. And the 1-0 to McKeon. Outside, did not swing, and the count's 2-0. Good eye by McKeon. Now, this was the count Smith had, where he just worked a single to left. Let's see how patient McKeon is here, 2-0. 1 homer on the year, 11 runs driven in for the righty McKeon. And the 2-0. Swung on and lifted deep to center field. Back goes Manning to the track. He can't get there. It pounds off the wall. 2 runs will score easily. McKeon round second. Ball thrown in. It's a 2 RBI triple for McKeon as he slides into third. Washington State's 7th hit of the game makes it 2-0 Cougs.
This ball was hammered, the 2-0 count, and he was ready for it. So the big right-handed power hitter, we've seen some long home runs this year from him, or the last couple of years from him, but this ball was hammered to dead center field. Nothing the center fielder can do to run that one down. Like he kind of gave a half-hearted dive at it, but pretty swing by Jacob McKeon. The big power hitter hammers it to dead center. Triples in 2 runs.
Pitch to Montez, fastball high. Still Cal's bullpen is quiet. Cougs up 2-0. And McKeon's on third. Cougs would love to plate one more here with a runner at third base. Montez digs in. He struck out looking in the second. And May delivers the 1-0. Swung on a comebacker. Hits off the left side of the mound. It's a short hopper to the shortstop. Ogans behind second base. Throws to first in time to put Montez down and strand the runner at third. But some damage done. Washington State's up 2-0. We go to the middle innings next.
The Clearwater River Casino and Lodge proudly supports Washington State University Athletics, the premier venue for events and entertainment, located 4 miles east of Lewiston, Idaho. Come hit the jackpot with us, with over 600 gaming machines, saltwater pool, restaurant, and giant screens in the Stadium Sports Bar. Owned and operated by the Nez Perce Tribe, our hospitality is legendary. Stay, play, and get away with the Clearwater River Casino. Go Cougs!
Ferrante's Marketplace Cafe is a proud sponsor of Washington State Athletics. With our thin crust pizzas and calzones, fresh pastas and salad, and 18 flavors of gelato, there's something for everyone. And with options to dine in, take out, or get family style to go, you can enjoy Ferrante's any way you want. Call us today at 509-443-6304. That's 509-443-6304. Or go to doitalian.com. Ferrante's Marketplace Cafe, Spokane's best Italian.
Cole McMillan comes out, the lefty for the Cougs, with 5 strikeouts and now some run support. Cougs scored 2 in the bottom of the third, and it feels like Washington State has all the momentum that they had in the desert. And this is a Cougar team that is ascending here in the pack and playing like it today through the first third of the ballgame.
We've said it time and time again, the aggressive swings, the competitive at-bats, and it's carried over. 7 hits through three innings, so nearly just 1.5 times through your order, and you have 7 hits, a number of hard-hit balls, and Jacob McKeon triples in 2 last inning.
So first pitch of the 4th is swung on and missed by Hans Smith. How good has McMillan been? 5 Ks through 3. He has struck out the first 2 batters for Cal in both the second and third innings. And he has dominated Cal, allowing only 1 hit to start. Here's the 0-1. Off the end of the bat, a slow roller to short, scooped up well by Colden. He transfers, bobbles for a moment, but settles and throws in time. Well done by Colden on the run, 1 up and 1 down.
You know what's kind of stands out? You think about that inning really quick. 2 outs. Elijah Hainline puts down a perfect push bunt just past the pitcher towards the vacated spot, the Bermuda Triangle type area between the pitcher's mound, first base, and second base. With 2 outs, the young freshman executes a tough play, extends the inning. Jack Smith, your leading hitter, comes up and handles a 3-1 pitch for a single.
Pitch to Lomavita is swung on and chopped left side of the infield, running his Hainline. Gloves, sidearms, got him by a couple of steps. Beautiful play by Hainline, who's having one of the best freshman years for the Cougs in a long time there at third base.
we mentioned this name a couple innings ago, and he's not there yet. But Shane Matheny, playing third base for 3 years in the Crimson and Gray before moving on to professional baseball, was one of the best third basemen in the country, definitely on the West Coast. And Elijah's pretty smooth with that. Maybe doesn't have the power, the strength in the arm yet, but the smoothness. And he's pretty fun to watch at third base.
Pitch to Cole Elvis is high. Matheny made many big league plays at third. A really good hitter as well, 300 hitter. No surprise he's at Double-A ball. And if Matheny gets to the bigs one day, I don't think any Coug would be shocked. I mean, he can really play. The 1-0. Breaking ball is popped up, may not leave the infield, may not get into play. Behind home plate, Meyer throws the mask, makes the squeeze, and quick work of Cal in the fourth. Bottom next, it's Cougs up 2-0.
I'm Ian McGregor of the McGregor Company. We view our role as that of a partner. What we earn here, we invest here, just as we have for more than 130 years.
McGregor's gives back to the community. When my oldest son was in grade school, McGregor's even sponsored his AU basketball, supporting FFA, all that stuff. So it's not just that they're in the chemical business, they are in the community business.
The McGregor Company, dedicated people who care.
I'm Jeff Anderson. Dad started doing business with McGregor Company for 40 years. We've been with them ever since.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
May comes out to work for Cal, but Cal's bullpen fires up immediately. Cougs have 2 runs on 7 hits. Cal with a goose egg on the board, 1 hit in the game. McMillan's been dominant, 5 Ks through 4. And May is on the hill now as we go to the bottom of the 4th, where Russell, Vanderbrake, and Meyer are due up. And Washington State's looking to really step on Cal here, get a few more runs in the middle innings here in the bottom of the 4th. First of 2 today. Great to be with you on a sunny Friday here. An 11:30 start to this one. And an 11 a.m. start tomorrow. So programming change. 10:45 airtime. Game will be earlier tomorrow. There are weather concerns tomorrow, and I think actually even more importantly, Cal had a flight canceled. So they've got to have an airport adjustment. They got to fly home differently, so we're going to pitch tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple times. I think USC a couple years ago, where we had trying to get out of L.A. and extended inning, extra inning game, and we ended in a tie. So, yeah.
Oregon State as well. Pitch to Russell's fouled off. There was an extra inning game with the Beavers that was a tie.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, 0-1 count here to Russell.
Tied that game. They had to get back.
And the pitch to him is off the end of the bat. A dribbler foul down the first base line.
We had a big lead there, and then a young guy came out of the bullpen for Oregon State and did a good job for 5 innings by the name of Kevin Abel. And then they went and won a World Series, and now all those guys are in the big leagues, I think.
Yeah, right. Really good.
Kwan this
really
past
good
weekend.
Team. Yeah, Kwan, I heard, was playing well. Mm-hmm. What do you think of that nickname? What's your feel on the Guardians? The 0-2 to Russell. He's outside 1-2. I have a strong opinion on this. You go ahead. And I can give mine.
I mean, it's kind of, along the same with the Washington football team or Commanders.
The 1-2 is outside 2-2.
But, the Cleveland Guardians. I'm not sure. Logo's okay. But, go ahead.
Okay. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch coming here to Russell with none down, nobody out, and the bases empty. So swung on and grounded to short. Scooped up by Ogans. He slings over. Russell makes it close, but not close enough. And he's put down at first. So 1 up and 1 down. Here's the deal in sports, which, and maybe even more so at the college level because of the emotional association with one's alma mater or favorite school, which, by the way, can't move anywhere, which pro teams can, as Seattle's Sonic fans are well aware of, as Justin Vanderbrake comes into the box. Anything unfamiliar is uncomfortable. Pitch to Vanderbrake's outside, 1-0. It's the ultimate comfort zone happy place. So you want something to last for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. So anything new is difficult. 1-0 swung on and lifted down the left field line. back goes the left fielder to the track, and it's off the top of the wall. Vandenbrink speeds around first, and it hit the wall so hard that Tashenko threw it in and kept him to a single. Great job by Tashenko in left, who's now made 2+ plays in left, but that's a super hard-hit single by Vandenbrink that dents the wall in left.
I think we saw that. That was last weekend at Arizona, too. But, wow, what a rocket off the bat. Justin Vandenbrink, his second hard-hit ball in as many at-bats today. So hit it so hard, and I think had a little trouble getting out of the box. And nice play by the Cal left fielder to get it back in, hold him to a single. But Justin Vandenbrink's locked in to start the day.
So here's Jake Meyer into the box now. So anything unfamiliar, let's start there, right? That's the first point. So it's new, and the Indians have been around forever. Pitch is outside for ball one. Also, of course, immortalized in Major League, the great baseball movies and all that those were. And unfamiliar. My question, though, is why do some teams feel obligated to have nicknames and mascots? Here's the 1-0. There's a strike on the inside edge. I mean, the Commanders apparently is a local reference to something about a bridge in Cleveland. I'm not from nor terribly familiar with Cleveland. Craig Elo probably knows. Mm-hmm. And Pat Chun probably knows as well. 1-1 strike, runner on first. But a lot of soccer teams, now maybe this is why they don't do it, but a lot of soccer teams don't have nicknames. 1-1 is popped up, right field line. Here's Beavers underneath it, gliding toward the line. We misread it for a moment and stepped back into play. It makes the play for two down, I should say, runner on first. I don't know, what do you think, Bobby? Why not the Cleveland Baseball Club or the Washington Football Team and leave it at that?
I think the Washington Football Club kind of grew on people. Yeah. So, well, why do the Commanders? But I guess it's going to be some more merchandise to sell, right?
Well, maybe it's that, right? You can throw the logo or the mascot on there and get some more fun gear for fans. Here's Nate Swartz into the box, 0 for 1. And he takes the pitch outside for ball number 1. It probably is that. With a 1-0 count here, 2 down. It seems like there's been more uproar over Commanders than Guardians. And here's the 1-0 pitch to Swartz, throw to first. Back goes Vandenbrink. College teams have had to do the same, including Syracuse, St. John's, Miami of Ohio, Stanford. All of these schools with logo changes, generally for the same reason and a worthwhile reason. Actually, same deal for the Cleveland Guardians as well. 1-0 pitch. Above all, why would a mascot or team name offend anybody? I mean, not to be too politically correct here, but there's no need. You could call them the Cougs and you're safe. Here's a pitch outside, 2-0. In fact, I highly recommend that. It could be the Cleveland Cougars for baseball. Everybody could be the Cougs, although there's only one true Cougs.
Right.
2-0 count here with Swartz off of first. We learned that for sure against BYU and Houston. 2-0 count here, 2 down the pitch. Swung on and lifted the opposite way. Well hit. Driven to right. Back looking up, and it's gone! Nate Swartz goes opposite way, a line drive homer. And it's 4-0 Cougs. As Swartz takes an inside pitch and drives it over the right field wall.
A pretty swing by Nate Swartz. We saw some opposite field power earlier this year, maybe a couple weeks ago. Hit a couple opposite field home runs here against Bushnell. Did it again at UW. Homers to right field, and the late lineup switch by Brian Green, and likes the righty-lefty matchup against the left-handed starter in Cal, and Nate Swartz hammers one the other way. Bailey Brayton Field, perfect place for Nate Swartz.
Next pitch is lined into left. There's a base hit for Cody Colden, and the Coug bats are super hot here on the Palouse with now 10 hits with 2 outs in the 4th inning. It's 4-0 Cougs, and Cody Colden's on.
Yeah, these veterans, something has clicked this last weekend, because these are 10 hits now in the 4th inning. So something has clicked. These are different swings from these Cougs.
Elijah Hainline into the box. Love that Hainline on a day like today. No batting gloves for Hainline. Pitch is inside and high. Misses 1-0. Nate Swartz is making his case to be thrown in the middle of this lineup. He's got 4 homers now on the year. He's hitting north of 250 now in limited sample size. And here's the 1-0 to Hainline. Swing and a miss on a pitch away. And soon enough, he's going to leverage Brian Green into saying, hey, I've got a bat with some base runners on, just like he did to put one over the right field wall. In 33 at-bats, 34 at-bats, he has 4 homers. Pitch is swung on and missed. And the count's 1-2.
Yeah, we saw Nate Swartz heat up down the stretch last season when Vandenbrink got hit by the phantom hit by pitch and that he was called out on. But that ended his season, and Nate Swartz stepped in and matched his production.
Here's the 1-2. That's outside, 2-2. Runner on first is Colden. Cougs are trying to get a big 2-out rally here. Already 2 have come across on the home run to right. And the 2-2 to Hainline. Inside, misses 3-2. Good eye by Hainline there on a close pitch, and the count is full.
That's a really good pitch by May. It stayed away the first couple pitches, then threw a nice fastball in the inner half and kind of locked up Hainline and didn't get the call.
So here comes the 3-2 to Hainline. Runner on first. Swung on and lined right into the glove of the third baseman, Soto. And that retires the side. More damage done. Cougs a 2-run homer to right. It's 4-0 Washington State. We go to the 5th.
There's a new satisfying stop on the road. Nom Nom has your snack. It's the think with your belly destination, where tasty treats, refreshing drinks, and quality fuel always come first. Nom Nom. Life in the snack lane. Enjoy your casual Friday every day at Nom Nom. Delivered fresh daily to participating Nom Nom convenience stores. Fabulous fritters, glorious glazed rings, magnificent maple bars, and more. Nom Nom. Life in the snack lane.
Boost Collaborative is a proud sponsor of Cougar Baseball and is a proud supporter of people with disabilities on the Palouse. For over 50 years, Boost Collaborative has been here to help families and their toddlers meet developmental milestones. For youth and adults, Boost provides job placement, on-the-job training, and follow-along supports. Now you can play a part in Boost's success through your donations and purchases at Palouse Treasures Thrift Store in Pullman. Boost Collaborative, empowering people with disabilities on the Palouse. Go Cougs!
We go to the 5th here. It's 4-0 Washington State. Cougs are feeling real good. 4 runs on 10 hits here in Game 1 of 2. On the first of this doubleheader Friday. And now it is to Schenkel, Ogans, and Manning, 6, 7, and 8. And Bobby, Nate Swartz muscles one out over the right field wall. Cougs have 4 runs on 10 hits.
Yeah, the key there is 10 hits, 2 times through the lineup. And the second time roughed up the Cal starter in May, the left-hander, and big swing by Swartz, over 100 miles an hour off the bat, goes the other way for a 2-run shot. And earlier, Jacob McKeon's 2-run triple was 102 off the bat.
McMillan's pitch swung on and missed. So say that again now. McKeon's triple was 102 off the bat, a rocket.
So 102 miles per hour, a big exit velocity. Anything over 100 is you're flirting with big league stuff.
Here's the 0-1 coming to Schenkel. The pitch is chopped foul, first base side. Counts 0-2. 4-0 Cougs. McMillan has been dealing. He gave up a single in the first. That's it. No runs for Cal. 52 pitches for McMillan. He's been efficient doing it. 5 Ks. And the 0-2. Just misses outside. Fastball away.
Yeah, that's a pretty pitch located just off the outside half of the plate. So you got to think he's been around the plate all day. He's going to start getting that call. You repeat that pitch and show the umpire that's what you're trying to do. He's going to get that call.
The 1-2. Ooh, breaking ball. Oh, it hit the bat. And it's foul third base side. Schenkel was trying to bend out of the way of it. It broke behind his back into the bat. And that is a tough luck foul ball for Schenkel, and the Cougs catch a break.
That's kind of funny. Every once in a while, no matter the level, you learn that in Little League. When you duck down or get out of the way, bring your bat with you. Your mom's yelling at you from the stands. She's probably always yelling at you, but yeah, bring your bat with you when you get out of the way.
1-2's away, 2-2. That's why.
Because you duck out of the way, well, you left your bat up there. So, but it's kind of funny that a guy throwing a ball 60 feet, 6 inches away, and he hits your bat.
Yeah, right, behind you.
Right.
So it counts 2-2 here. Schenkel looked back at the umpire like, you've got to be kidding me. He knew what happened. Here's the 2-2. That floats in high, 3-2. For the first time now, as we get into the 5th, it seems like McMillan doesn't quite have the control that he's had. but he has been great out there on the hill. 3-2 pitch coming, leadoff man here in the fifth. 6-hole hitter for Cal. Left fielder to Schenkel, hitting .286 on the year. And the 3-2 to the lefty. Just misses low and away for ball 4. Fastball. Second free pass. Surrendered by McMillan.
Sorry, Chaz. Been really good tempo from Cole McMillan, but maybe this one a little bit, he got caught up into a little bit, moving a little bit too quick, movement too fast in between pitches, and let's slow down, catch your breath, make sure you deliver a good pitch. So made a good job of getting ahead of the hitters, just didn't finish them off.
So Keyshawn Ogun steps into the box. He walked back in the second inning. He's the other free pass surrendered by McMillan this game. And he digs in now for his second plate appearance. And McMillan tosses. Pitch is nubbed third base side. It's fair. Called off by Hainline, who gloves, tosses smoothly to first to put down that base runner on just one pitch. Over to second goes to Schenkel.
Now it's going to be a routine 5-3 in the books, but that's a play I think the Cougs maybe struggled with a couple weeks ago. Just so much communication while it's playing fast. That's Elijah Hainline has settled in, a true freshman has settled in at third base, and so Cole McMillan, good communication by Elijah Hainline. Cole McMillan was going for that ball 100% until Elijah Hainline came in, called him off, and said, "I got it." Made a nice play on the run, and for a big first out. But Cal moves up a runner in scoring position.
So here's Nathan Manning now, the 8-hole hitter, the center fielder for Cal, who reaches for this one and loops it out into the gap and right. Montez dives and makes the grab. His hat falls off as he supermans towards center. And back-to-back series now, Montez has an incredible play in right field. Dead sprint, full dive towards center, right into the webbing, and Montez has the second out of the fifth.
Man, he went a long ways for that one. Started in deep right field and went all the way to right center, waiting for him and Nate Swartz. That's two big bodies moving. I was a little hesitant, hopefully no collision, but Montez goes full extension for the second week in a row. A huge catch, big second out.
Dom Soto into the box now as McMillan is benefiting from plus defense behind him. Good play by Hainline to start, and now Montez with the dive in right for the second out of the fifth. Pitch here to Soto, the runner on second, is grounded up the middle. It is scooped by Russell toward the bag, throws to first, one pitch out, and that strands the runner at second. Washington State through the top of the fifth leads Cal 4-0 here in Pullman.
A lot goes into Washington State athletes reaching peak performance for game day, including the right nutrition. At Wilbur Ellis, we know that healthy crop performance requires the same attention to nutrition as an athlete. That's why we use benchmark data points to maximize crop productivity through nutrient efficiency. For 100 years, family-owned Wilbur Ellis has been partnering with Washington's farmers to grow healthier crops. That is the winning ag experience for Cougar Nation, locally provided by Wilbur Ellis.
It's time to bring the big game to your backyard. With battery power made by Steel. Our AK Homeowner Series battery tools start at just $199.99. Find yours at over 10,000 local dealers. Steel is a proud supporter of your Washington State Cougars. Real Steel. Find yours. All prices SNW SRP.
New pitcher for Cal as Washington State touches up May for 10 hits through 4 innings. Steven Zobac's on the hill here for Cal. Get you the scout on him momentarily. Final line on May as well. But how about the defense for Washington State? McMillan has 5 Ks through 3. And now help from his buddies the last 2 innings. And, Bobby, he's rolling here through the Golden Bears.
Right. He's answered this. Maybe the offense has answered him. The offense with 10 hits 2 times through the lineup. And then Cole McMillan, great presence, throwing a lot of strikes and works around, gets ahead of hitters. And his defense is on their toes, ready to make a play, and they delivered as well. So
here is Zobac making his 13th appearance of the year. He has started 5 games on the season. His 7.61 ERA, 3 decisions. 1 win and 2 losses on the year. And Zobac, with 23 2/3 innings, 24 Ks, has allowed 29 hits, which is a lot, 12 walks. So Zobac is a righty And he'll throw here. Jack Smith, Jacob McKeon, and Colin Montez due up. Bottom of the fifth. Cougs up 4-0. Pitch from the righty, Zobak is swung on and fouled off first base side. Sun now shining down here once again at Bailey Brayton. Spotty clouds throughout the day so far as we are into the fifth in a 4-0 Coug lead. And Zobak, first base side of the hill, comes home the 0-1. Swung on and chopped left side of the infield. It's fair. Gloved by Soto behind the bag. Throws low, picked out in time. Well done by Martorella, the Cal first baseman, to dig that one out. Throw was on one hop, and he stretched out to get it. 1 up and 1 down here in the fifth. And here's Jacob McKeon now, who is just pounding the baseball this series. A double and a triple today. And he hit it well against Arizona, and some hard luck outs. But his bat has been hot. 272 average. The pitch to him is swung on and foul tipped. And an inside heater there from Zobak at 93. And the count's 0-1. So McKeon with the 2 RBI triple back in the third. And he had a double back in the first inning. Couple of extra base hits. McKeon digs into the box. Double machine last year. More double power than homer power. And hit for the best average in pack play for the Cougs last year, the 0-1. Swung on and fouled off. First base side. Breaking ball low there from Zobak, and the count's 0-2.
Yeah, so now the Cougs going to have to adjust. You're seeing a hard-throwing right-hander. If you're kind of maybe seeing a soft-throwing left-hander, the first 2 times through the lineup, you had 10 hits off him, good aggressive swings, and now you're going to have to make an adjustment on the fly.
And the 0-2. Chopped left side of the infield is that foul, yeah. Diving stab by Soto. McKeon probably would have been safe at first. But the count is 0-2. So 10 hits for the Cougs. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 4 in the third, and then 3 in the fourth. They have hit every inning this game. And looking to continue that here in the fifth into the Cal bullpen. 0-2 pitch coming here to McKeon with 1 down. Fastball pops the mid-high at 94, pulls Elvis out of the crouch. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Montez is on deck. He's 0 for 2. And the wind in the deal, the 1-2. Inside, strike 3. Fastball at the knees, well placed by Zobak. 2 up and 2 down in the fifth. So the final line on May goes 4 innings, strikes out 2, does not walk anybody, allowed 10 hits, 4 runs all earned. And Cougs really touched him up there in the third and fourth innings. Here's Montez into the box. 2 down, bases empty here in the fifth. As Zobak comes home. And there's a strike on the outside edge. Zobak really drives that fastball down in the zone. 93, 94, good pitch. Montez takes for strike 1, digs back in. And here's the 0-1. Slide steps this time, and that comes in low. Zobak looks like he almost threw his own rhythm off on that one. 1 ball and 1 strike as it trickles back to the backstop. Corner outfielders are deep here for Montez. Wind has died down completely. The 1-1. Swung on and just touched it foul as it rolls first base side, and the count's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strike count here, 2 down. Beautiful day here on the Palouse.
Man, doesn't it feel like the last 2 weeks we're just waiting for Montez to hit one off the rec center? He's just been so dialed in, just at the plate and defensively, and you see him kind of walking around the batting cage in the facility the last 2 weeks. He's just kind of dialed in and ready to, make some noise and carry this team.
Here's the 1-2. Swung on and foul tipped out of the glove of Elvis. That was up to 95 there. Counts 1-2.
And also maybe hitting one off the rec center, it wouldn't surprise us either. Maybe a month and a half built up in the swing for Montez. We saw a 448-footer against Oregon State earlier this year, but maybe unleash.
The 1-2. Swung on and missed strike 3. A pitch off speed and away, and Montez goes out to reach for it. Good job by Zobak out of the pen. 3 up and 3 down. As we're through 5, it's 4-0 Cougs.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
So we go to the 6th inning. McMillan still on the hill for Washington State. And it's a 4-0 Coug lead. 4 runs on 10 hits. Cal has only 1 hit in the ballgame, and it came in the first inning. And McMillan's been fantastic. Through 5, he has struck out 5, only walked 2. 62 pitches, 40 strikes. And the pitch to Martorella to lead things off in the 6th. Breaking ball, strike on the inside edge. And it's Martorella, Beavers, and Smith scheduled here in the 6th. This is the 3rd trip through the lineup for McMillan. And how do you take him out? The 0-1 off the outside edge. Meyer tried to frame a changeup, and the count's 1-1. He's been efficient. He's been accurate. Feels like he's had at least 2 or 3 one-pitch at-bats. One-pitch outs. And here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss on the one knee. Ooh, might have caught a piece of it and then fouled it off Meyer. That didn't feel good. The count's 1-2, and Meyer's actually on his back at the dish. You don't see that very often from a catcher. And Meyer is going to go talk to Brian Greenman, the trainer. You can't tell where exactly it hit him, but it might have really hurt. And the count's 1-2 as Meyer's down on all fours.
Yeah, sometimes you get when no one's on base, the catcher will maybe drop down to one leg. It's kind of a newer style, so you get down to one knee, but you're kind of exposed in a lot of areas. So any foul tip can get your leg or other regions.
So he's kind of stretching out behind home plate.
I think that's might have what happened. So not the leg, not the waist. So tough spot. So the life of the catcher.
Yeah, now he's standing up now behind the dish. He's going to walk it off. Round of applause for Jake Meyer. And he's going to take all the time he needs here. Cougs up 4-0 as we are into the 6th. And Martorella is 0 for 2. Beavers is 0 for 2. If you do that to Cal, you're going to have a good chance to win.
All right, just keep focused, keep the game plan on, attack the hitters in front of Beavers. So, that's kind of the one. There's a couple of hot hitters the last couple of weeks, but you come in, you see Cal on the schedule coming in here with Bailey Brayton Field Breeze going out to right field. That Dylan Beavers is the center of this focus, or center of the scouting report, so limit the people on base in front of him.
Here's the 1-2. That's high and inside, 2-2. And so we're back at it now. Seems like Meyer's okay. The 2-2 pitch, leadoff man here in the 6th. Just outside. Slider misses away, and the count's 3-2.
We said it last inning that Jake Meyer's now saying that was away, but said it last inning. You're flirting around the strike zone all day. You're going to start getting those calls just off the plate, but maybe not yet. You have to repeat it a couple more times. That was a pretty pitch.
The 3-2. That's outside ball 4. Yeah, missed it. Missed his spot. Fastball away. 3rd freebie awarded by McMillan. And the leadoff man's on here for Cal for the 2nd straight inning. A leadoff walk for the Golden Bears last inning. And Tashenko was stranded at 2nd. And so now Dylan Beavers arguably the top right fielder in the pack, is into the box now, 0 for 2, couple of Ks. Very dangerous bat.
Right, big moment here. You have 4-0, and you have 10 hits on the board. But one of the premier power hitters can change this game here in a hurry. So I need to work down the zone.
Pitch to Beavers is away for ball number 1. McMillan might nibble a little bit here. You got to be careful with Beavers. Smith's on deck. He singled back in the first. 4-0 Cougs, and now, Anthony Claggett's going to come out and talk things over with McMillan. Probably a smart break in the game here, right? You go talk to McMillan, settle him down. It's only 4-0. It's not like the Cougs on their 10 hits have capitalized as much as they'd like. McMillan's been great, but Cal could get back into it here.
Right, one swing away, and they cut the deficit in half, and they bring their dugout back to life on a cold day. But a ground ball to Cody or Kyle Russell here, and you can a good answer, and you take all the energy out of that Cal dugout with a double play ball. But a refocused visit here, a little quick timeout. You've been cruising through this Cal lineup, so let's refocus, revisit the scouting report, stay down in the zone, and let Jake Meyer catch his breath also one last time. But this Cougar bullpen getting hot now.
So here's Beavers into the box as the meeting is broken up. And Martirella's there at first. Leadoff man because of his on-base percentage, not his speed. And here's McMillan set now. Here's the 1-0-2 Beavers. There's a strike. Off-speed pitch. Breaks in over the knees. Counts 1-1. Good pitch there by McMillan. Third baseman Hainline's even with the bag. And the shortstop Colden's towards second. Russell's in the hole, right side of the infield. 1 ball, 1 strike. The lefty McMillan to the lefty Beavers. The pitch. Ooh, that just misses. And the count's 2-1. Off-speed pitch. McMillan did not like that call. Looks away towards center field when he receives the ball.
I think he has an argument there. That's a nice pitch to catch a big left-handed power hitter off guard, and you deliver it and don't get the call again.
Throw to first. Back goes Martirella. 2 balls and a strike to Beavers. Nobody down here in the 6th. And now Cal starting to throw some pitches on McMillan's arm. He's still been really efficient, though. Sub-70 pitches at this point. And the 2-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Fastball high and in. Beavers couldn't lay off. That probably was out of the zone.
Yeah, challenge pitch kind of up and in, and Beavers couldn't lay off. So a nice job by Cole McMillan. That is probably the top of the scouting report where you want to challenge him.
2 ball, 2 strike count here. Short lead at first for Martirella. And the pitch to Beavers. Off the hands, fouled back to the netting. Inside breaking ball. And Beavers couldn't get around on it. Did you see the Homer Guerrero hit for the Blue Jays? That inside fastball that he turned on was like 98 on the inside part near the hands.
There's an overhead picture that looks like all he has to do is foul it off to the right side. But he pulls it into left center.
Pulls it to left center. Here's the 2-2. That's like where that pitch was located, although 15 miles an hour faster. Inside breaking ball. Oh, it hit him on the lead leg. Just plunked him, and McMillan's frustrated with himself. He wants that pitch back. Now runners on, 2 on, nobody out.
Right, that's a couple 2-strike at bats that he'd love to have bat fighting a little bit. Needs to catch his breath and show some veteran presence here. And calm down, deliver a strike, deliver a ground ball for your ball club. Let your defense do the work. They've been making plays. We saw Hainline make a nice play on a slow roller. We saw Montez with the full extension grab in right center field. So let your defense do the work.
2 free passes here now to start the 6th. Anthony Claggett's out.
Might be Hafe to see a righty and a lefty down there.
Yep, that's going to do it. That's going to do it. Well, a great start for McMillan. He is responsible for the 2 on here. We'll take a pitching change break for the Cougs. They're up 4-0, but 2 on here for Cal and nobody out. That'll do it for McMillan.
It's time to bring the big game to your backyard. With battery power made by Steel. Our AK Homeowner Series battery tools start at just $199.99. Find yours at over 10,000 local dealers. Steel is a proud supporter of your Washington State Cougars. Real Steel. Find yours. All prices SNW SRP.
I'm Ian McGregor of the McGregor Company. We view our role as that of a partner. What we earn here, we invest here, just as we have for more than 130 years.
McGregor's gives back to the community. When my oldest son was in grade school, McGregor's even sponsored his AU basketball, supporting FFA, all that stuff. So it's not just that they're in the chemical business, they are in the community business.
The McGregor Company, dedicated people who care.
I'm Jeff Anderson. Dad started doing business with McGregor Company about 40 years. We've been with them ever since.
New pitcher for the Cougs is Tyler Haft. And so that'll do it for McMillan. Book is still open for McMillan, who goes 5+. Strikes out 5, walks 3, did hit a batter who's on the base paths right now, only allowed 1 hit. And currently no runs, but he's responsible for the 2 on. And that's where Tyler Haft comes in. Haft, who has been excellent over his last couple of weeks, through 2/3 of hitless ball in Tucson on the getaway day, and went 2 innings, allowed 2 hits, no runs, 2 strikeouts on the Friday, the 11-5 win over Arizona. Was very good against Gonzaga the Tuesday prior in a really tough game. 2 strikeouts for the only 2 batters he got out in that inning, only 2 batters he faced, I believe, on 10 pitches. And Haft comes on here as a righty to throw to the middle of this Cal order. Hans Smith is due up. So the numbers now on Haft on the year. 6.00 ERA. This is his 16th appearance. 15 innings, 18 Ks, 17 hits, 9 walks. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to ID themselves as affiliates. This is Coug Baseball. So Smith walks into the batter's box for Cal with runners on first and second, nobody out. In what is a stressful moment here for Washington State, with a 4-0 lead and trying to keep Cal at arm's length. In the 6th inning, where the Cougs have outplayed the Golden Bears, 10 hits to 1 hit today. The pitch by Haft comes in low in the turf. Baseball's funny that way. You can get 10 hits, and Cal is still just 1 swing of the bat away from being right back in this ballgame. Cougs need to be careful. Martarella's on second, Beavers on first. In this 4-0 ballgame. Haft is set, works first base side of the hill. And the 1-0 swung on and chopped foul, third base side. Counts 1-1. Inline's been really good at third. Montez with a diving play in right. Solid glove work today. Middle infielders, Colden and Russell. Like you said, Bobby, McMillan and now Haft could really just let their defense do the work. And here's the 1-1 to Smith. Runners on first and second. The pitch just low, and the count's 2-1. Fastball misses.
Yeah, Haft with a couple high leverage situations last weekend. Arizona came in twice, but worked 2 scoreless innings, and as part of that Friday night win, came up big. 2 scoreless innings, 2 strikeouts, so came up in big situations the last couple weeks.
The 2-1. There's a strike. That floats over the plate, and the count's 2-2. Big pitch here now in this inning. 2-2 count. Haft has been a strikeout pitcher over the last few weeks. Outfielders are playing straightaway and deep. Smith's a .295 hitter with 38 hits on the year. Nobody down here. Runners on first and second. Haft deals. Off the end of the bat, a grounder to short. Colden gloves for 1. Throws to second. The turn to first. Dug out. In time, double play. It's a 6-4-3 turn. Lead runner advances to third. But 2 outs now here in the 6th as Haft feels confident on the hill.
Nice job of executing game plan, battling back, even in the count 2-2. So you get the hitter squeezing the bat a little bit tighter, and you give him a roll over. There's Cody Colden, a 4-year starting shortstop, and a quick turn to Kyle Russell. Think maybe it's a little bit high, but Russell, the athleticism shows off there, and the arm. A big turn, big double play.
Caleb Lamavita's in the box as Haft throws a little bit low for ball number 1. Into the turf that goes. So Martirella's over at third base. And Haft with the pitch that he needed, and a good job by Colden and Russell to turn it. Smith also with a pretty good stab on that one up the right field line. 1-0 count here with 2 down. Pitch coming to Lamavita. And that's in the dirt, or the turf, I should say, but he went around. And Lamavita was fooled on that one, so the count's 1-1.
Yeah, nice big-time stops by Jake Meyer behind the plate. One of those tough innings, the life of a catcher, but see if he can knock down 2 more here.
One ball.
Back in dugout, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 down, runner on third. Haft fires a little bit low, 2-1. Fastball clocked at 95 there. Is that right from Haft?
You're right. I think that was talking early in the season that was part of his repertoire. Guy did a good job in the weight room, and Tyler Haft was one of them, and he's emerged here. Weather's starting to heat up, not all the time, but so is the arm.
2-1 is fouled off. That did not feel good. Back leg of Lamavita. And so the count's 2-2. 95 for Haft. I haven't seen that from him before. And the count's now even at 2-2.
You should start coming to more games, Chaz. Hanging out in Madison Square Garden.
Well, that's a good problem to have with what Kyle Smith and those guys did this year.
Maybe you could have come to, we opened at Hawaii and Arizona. Those were good trips.
Need to coordinate the basketball and baseball schedules that way, right? Let's go do a double dip in Hawaii for, how about 3 weeks? The 2-2 is off the end of the bat and lifted into left field. That'll drop down and score the first run of the game for Cal. It's scooped up by Vandenbrake. Hanging on there at first is Lomavita, and he has an RBI single.
And Lomavita, that was all arms, all throwing the barrel out there. Good job of battling with 2 strikes, and because he went limp in the first base. So also another thing to keep an eye on as the day goes along. But maybe a mistake by Haft. A breaking pitch up in the zone. It just throws the bat out there, bloops one to the left, picks up a run.
Well, Lomavita was scheduled potentially to be the catcher in Game 2. Let's see how that tracks here and how he's feeling.
Look good running the first base there.
Here's the catcher for this game, Cole Elvis, into the box. Hard to catch 18 straight innings. And the pitch to Elvis swung out and missed. Will the Cougs maybe go Cresswell for Game 2, or will they go Meyer for both? What do you think?
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, you see Cresswell, but a good defensive catcher. We saw him finish off the series. I think the Saturday night game, he finished off the game behind home plate. But Jake Meyer been doing a good job this last couple weekends.
Let me tell Coach how he feels. The 0-1 to Elvis swung out and missed. Another wave, and the count's 0-2. So Lamavita's hanging on there at first base. An 0-2 count here to Elvis with 2 outs. 4-1 now, Cougs up. As Cal plates one here in the 6th. 0-2 count, 2 down. Haft checks the runner. And now comes set. And tosses. Pitch is swung on and lined up the middle. There's a base hit. And there is back-to-back singles here for Cal. That was on an 0-2 count. Haft went right after him. And Elvis returns it back up the middle. So now it's Trevor Tashenko up into the box with 2 on and 2 out.
Yeah, another breaking pitch kind of left up in the zone. Too much of the heart of the play with 2 strikes. And good Cal hitters muscle it back up the middle. But you mentioned it a little bit ago. You got 95 in there. Oh, let's go, big dog. Let it eat.
Yeah, Haft can really crank it up there to 95. We've only seen it a couple of times in this inning.
And to be fair, he's just missed. I mean, these haven't been hard hit balls, but also 2 strike pitches. Maybe you fire back at 95.
There's 95, blowing inside.
But maybe fighting the command a little bit from Haft out there, battling the elements. A little cool day here in Pullman.
1-0 count here, 2 on and 2 outs. Got to be careful here now to not let Cal feel good about itself. 4 runs on 10 hits, 1 run on 3 hits here for Cal. 2 of those hits just back-to-back off of Haft. The 1-0 swung out and missed off-speed pitch low. He works off that 95, the threat of it, and then he's been going off-speed. And the count's 1-1 as Meyer gets out of the crouch and calls out some defensive signals.
Yeah, they may be changing things up here now that there's a double steal attempt on which runner to go after. But the runner at second base is still limping around, so I wouldn't think they would double steal.
Lama Vida has 10 stolen bases on the year, but he limped his way to the base paths after fouling a ball off his foot. The 1-1 comes bouncing in low. Good stop by Meyer to chest it down in front of home plate, and the count's 2-1.
Yeah, tough physical inning behind the plate by Jake Meyer. Done a good job so far. So like he's going to need to help out his young sophomore right-hander, battling some command right now.
Big pitch here in this ball game. 2 balls and a strike, 2 on, 2 outs. Just misses outside, 3-1. Now watch out, because Hafe really needs to throw something to Schenkel here to not load the bases. And he knows it. He's a lefty. Hafe's the righty. Big spot here with 2 on, 2 outs in a 3-run ball game here. Cougs up 4-1. The 3-1 pitch from Hafe. Chopped foul, first base side, low fastball there. And the count's 3-2. So once again, Hafe is going to want to come back in the zone here for sure. You do not want to load the bases. Ogans is up next. He's one of Cal's top hitters.
Hafe's been in some big moments and delivered the last couple weekends. So here he is in another one. We'll see if the sophomore right-hander can deliver.
3-2 pitch. Big pitch here in this season for Washington State. Deals. Just misses inside, breaking ball 4, and the bases are loaded full of Golden Bears.
And he went with the breaking pitch, and a beautiful pitch. It froze the Cal hitter, but just down in the zone. So the nasty stuff there, but still struggling to locate that breaking pitch. So, 1 inch the other way, and he's strike 3. We're heading to the dugout. But, here's a big moment in the opener.
Keyshawn Ogans into the box. Cal has loaded the bases. There are 2 outs. It's a 4-1 game. Cougs up. The pitch. Inside off-speed pitch. Misses for ball number 1. Hafe has struggled to throw strikes over the last few ABs. Back-to-back singles and then a walk allowed. The last 3 batters. Bases are loaded full of Golden Bears with 2 outs. 1 run is scored. Hafe is set and deals to Ogans, the 1-0. Fastball high, 2-0. Now watch out. Hafe has to come back in the zone here, or Ogans is going to really be licking his chops.
We have some veteran leadership taking over here right now. Jake Meyer calls time, but I think Cody Colden, the shortstop, initiated it. Let's call time and refocus, get on the same page of signs, and give your sophomore a chance to catch his breath. And we're at the bottom of the lineup here. Don't groove one, but maybe a little bit of a challenge pitch here. We've been making plays all day. Let's make one more for you.
Lama Vida's at third. Elvis is at second. Schenkel's at first. 3 on, 2 outs. See what the shortstop Colden just said to Hafe. Colden's deep in his defensive position there, shallow left field. Ogans back into the box now. Big pitch here, the 2-0 to Ogans. Strike, breaking ball, bends in. That bent Ogans back at the waist. It fooled him, and the count's 2-1.
And this is also a situation Anthony Claggett's been using Hafe in short situations. So, like high leverage, like come in and get the outs right now. Everything you have right now. Don't worry about innings. We're not getting 2 or 3 innings out of you. You're going to get this out right now.
Here's the 2-1 now with 2 outs. Bases loaded. The pitch. Limp swing, waved through, tried to check it, was fooled, strike 2.
Yeah, nothing but breaking pitches. That's been the best thing he's commanded so far. So another big pitch coming. Let's see if he can locate it just down in the zone. Jake Meyer can knock it down, eat it up behind home plate.
2-ball, 2-strike count here. Lama Vida at third, Elvis at second, to Schenkel at first. The 2-2 pitch. Grounded to Colden at short. He scoops underhands to second and gets the out. 1 run does score, but Hafe does the job as he strands 3 Cal Golden Bears. It's 4-1 Cougs. Bottom of the 6th next.
This Washington State University sports broadcast is brought to you in part by Pullman Regional Hospital, the official hospital of Washington State Athletics. The combined expertise of our university and our award-winning hospital is being deployed to provide greater access to resources, education, employment opportunities, and innovations to improve healthcare and health outcomes for all of us. Pullman Regional Hospital and Washington State, partners in excellence.
Go. If the word Cougs just flashed in your head, you're Giza Credit Union's kind of people. True fans of the greatest place on earth with the best logo in the history of sports. And with Giza's WSU Athletics debit card, you can keep your school pride in your pocket and help athletes too. Because with every swipe, Giza makes a donation to the Cougar Athletic Fund. Get your card at giza.com/WSU and go. Well, you know the rest.
Bottom of the sixth, it's 4-1 Washington State leads. And Zobak is on for his second inning of relief work here. Steven Zobak, a two-way player some of the year here for Cal. And so it is 6, 7, and 8 due up for Washington State as Tyler Haft gets out of a nasty spot. Bases loaded, full of Golden Bears.
Yeah.
Only one run scores.
Yeah, maybe self-created a little bit there. Not challenging some of those hitters or just missing with command. I mean, tough day. Weather, wind's blowing in your face if you're on the mound, and temperature in the low 40s to be generous. But nice job executing. Gets a ground ball. Good timeout by Cody Colton early in that at bat. Your senior shortstop or your fourth-year starter at shortstop, and comes in, calls timeout. Hey, get us a ground ball. I'm going to make a play for you. We're going to make a play for you. And gets the ground ball out of it. Cougs with the 3-run lead. A chance to tack on a couple more. I'm going to see what Kyle Russell can do. Impressive batting practice yesterday, so I think excited to be back home.
Russell, Vanderbrake, and Meyer due up here in the sixth. Zobak's pitch. Strike, outside edge. Good-looking breaking ball there for Zobak. 3-pitch pitcher. Was the Sunday starter for Cal at the beginning of the year. Fastball, curveball change. The 0-1 to Russell is in on the hands and then fought off for a single up the middle. There's an inside fastball that Russell muscles out, and it's a leadoff single here in the sixth.
Yeah, time and time again, we've seen that throughout the year. Kyle Russell does a great job of going back up the middle, trust the approach, muscles one, shows some strength. And Muscles was inside, got in on him on the inside the barrel, and Muscles one past the shortstop. So in steps Justin Vanderbrake with the breeze picking up.
Couple of singles now. Vanderbrake singled and scored back in the fourth. Nate Swartz homered to right earlier this game. Pitch here to Vanderbrake with Russell at first. Strike, outside edge, fastball, good velocity for Zobak. 92 to 95 out there on the hill. There's a righty warming for the Golden Bears in the bullpen. Zobak made quick work of the Cougs in the fifth. They may want to save Zobak for tomorrow, as might be part of what they're thinking. Doubleheader today. The 0-1. Off the end of the bat, lifted softly into center. Manning gives chase. He's underneath it, makes the squeeze. And there's the first out of the sixth. You've got to use your bullpen differently in a doubleheader with a game tomorrow at 11 a.m. Maybe in this first game, if you've got a guy like Zobak who was a starter, you could throw him an inning or two here, not put too many pitches on his arm, have a key righty for tomorrow.
Right, see what your lineup can do. There was a big scoring chance right there this last inning, so I'm sure that's when they made the decision to get him hot, thinking they were going to add another one. But they did get one on the board, so you're within striking distance. So, yeah, let's throw him out there, an inning up or two, and let your offense get one more crack at it before you save him for tomorrow.
Jake Meyer into the box now. The pitch is swung on and missed. There's a fastball put by Meyer. Meyer is 0 for 2. Flew out to right back in the fourth inning. Russell's at first base. One down here. It's 4-1. Cougs have the lead. And Zobak is set. Takes his time and deals. Misses inside. Fastball for ball number 1. 1-1 count here to Meyer. With the powerful Nate Swartz due up next.
Big right side open on the infield. Middle infield shaded up the middle, trying to turn double play. See if Jake can go the other way. Punch one through the right side.
Turns the hips and throws to first. Russell goes sliding back. Leadoff single for Russell here in the sixth. Now one down. He remains there at first. 4 runs on 11 hits here for the Cougs. had a triple, they've had a homer, they've had a double. They've hit Cal pretty hard. Up by 3 runs here in game number 1 of 2 today. The 1-1 swing and a miss. Fooled him on an off-speed pitch away. And Zobac's ahead of Meyer, 1-2.
Yeah, Zobac doing a good job of locating his fastball on the outside half and then on the inside half. Didn't get the call on the inside half, but 93-94, you got to gear up for that as your hitter, and then he snaps one off on you. A little tough.
Comes the 1-2 pitch now. 1 down, runner on first. Slide steps home. Pitches through the 5-hole of the catcher. Rolls to the backstop, and the runner advances. As Russell takes a turn at second, hangs on there. Slow trot back to the backstop for Elvis. And you've got a wild pitch that advances the runner to scoring position, and the Cougs can add a little pad here with a single.
Yeah, it's always the tough one for the catchers. You have to slide out. Looks like a breaking pitch in the other batter's box had to go a long way, and you can't get everything there at the same time, and it sneaks through.
Here's the 2-2. Step off the rubber by Zobac. So 2-2 pitch coming here to Meyer. 1 down, runner on second. And he deals. Swing and a missed, strike 3. Got him on a breaking ball, elevated in the zone. Meyer went for it. Close pitch, probably had to swing at it, and so you've got 2 down now with a runner on second.
Yeah, good breaking pitch from Zobac to get maybe a good power hitter, and Jake Meyer has good power the other way. So, good breaking pitch down in the zone, and Meyer swings over the top of it. Big second out. So, but how about this matchup? This is some power on power today.
Yeah, Nate Swartz homered over the right field wall back in the 4th inning, his 4th of the year. In limited playing time, too, for Swartz. Pitch is lifted into right field on the first pitch. This one's playable. Beavers is underneath it, barely moves. And it's a 1-pitch out, and that strands the runner at second. We go to the back third of the ballgame. 7th inning next. It's 4-1 Cougs.
I'm Ian McGregor of the McGregor Company. It takes so much to raise a successful crop, from seed to nutrition, protection, and technology. There are so many choices that growers make. We are passionate about helping sort through what works and what will ultimately have an impact on the bottom line of our customers. We're invested in the communities we serve and invested in improving crop production through applied research, skill, technology, and most importantly, through dedicated people who care about farm families, the environment, local communities.
The Clearwater River Casino and Lodge proudly supports Washington State University Athletics, the premier venue for events and entertainment, located 4 miles east of Lewiston, Idaho. Come hit the jackpot with us, with over 600 gaming machines, saltwater pool, restaurant, and giant screens in the Stadium Sports Bar. Owned and operated by the Nez Perce Tribe, our hospitality is legendary. Stay, play, and get away with the Clearwater River Casino. Go Cougs!
New pitcher, third arm of the game used by the Cougs here is Cam Liss. This is his team-leading 18th appearance now of the year. 24 innings, 30 Ks. That's great. 15 hits allowed, 15 walks. An ERA of 4.5, 1 win, 1 loss. He has made 3 starts on the year. Bobby, sometimes these numbers, especially for this Cougar squad, are really misleading. Because the slow start that got elongated with a nasty losing skid before the last couple of weeks, they really don't do these players justice. Liss has been very good out of the pen. He's now a go-to lefty.
Right, and these guys throw so much. They're kind of the new era of baseball where a lot of relievers are going to throw a couple times a week, so it's short outings. It's not too many 3 or 4 inning outings, so you eat up innings and keep your ERA down. So you can have one bad inning and one mistake, and it kind of blows everything out of proportion. So it takes you a little bit while to get it back down. But Cam Liss with 4 straight scoreless outings and pitched once, thinking that, he didn't pitch till Sunday. 3 shutout innings, struck out 6, was untouchable against a good Arizona team on Sunday. So kept us in it and helped us keep it close. And Bryce Matthews came off the bench with a big 2-run single, and Cougs made a big rally late, but Cam Liss was a big part of that, shut down that Arizona offense in later innings on Sunday. So excited to see this left-hander. Big situation to face some left-handed power hitters in Cal and eat up some innings and carry it over to the end of the bullpen. You may see Dakota Hawkins here in an inning or so.
8-9 and 1 up here for Cal. We're into the 7th. Manning, Soto, and Martorella as Liss comes home. First pitch of the 7th is outside. Fastball misses 1-0. So for next game, Bobby, you've got Grant Taylor going. You just use Haft, and now you're using Cam Liss. You may use Hawkins. It's a shame Barrison is still hurt. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's off the outside edge, 2-0. Who do you think are the go-to available bullpen arms for Game 2 here?
I mean, this is also, we'll see how this goes. Maybe you'd love to see Cam Liss close it out. You see him throw 3 innings here, so then you got all hands on deck. You have Caden Kalber, right. Kind of the 3 quarters. So that guy, I could see him coming back. That's kind of what Ryan Walker did a couple years ago. You could see him a couple times in one day.
Here's the 2-0 to Manning. That's off the outside edge, 3-0. So maybe you get 3 innings out of Liss here, you're saying, and then you actually have...
Then you got everybody all hands on deck to follow Grant Taylor. But, you have some options. Maybe you have to save Jack Lee to face the left-handed hitting Beavers later in Game 2.
3-0 to Manning. Bases empty. There's a strike. Coach did say, based on weather and what's going on tomorrow, they're playing this for 2 wins today.
Right.
And they're going to figure tomorrow out as tomorrow comes.
Right. It's kind of like, sometimes you save stuff for the end, but tomorrow we don't know what's going to happen weather-wise.
3-1 to Manning is a foul tip. Check swing, little dribbler third base side. Counts full 3-2.
So maybe, plans 2 days ago, you were planning on McCabe Cottrell, going a little bullpen opener so you can keep Cole McMillan and Grant Taylor on their regular rest. But now you throw Cole McMillan out there on a Friday, and then Grant Taylor says he feels good, wants to give some energy to the Cougar bullpen.
3-2, overthrows it, and you could see on the release that wasn't close, and that's a ball 4 away, and so leadoff man's on here in the 7th. Cal's had the leadoff man now on in the 5th, 6th, and 7th, threatening here against Coug pitching. Cougs lead it 4-1, and here's Dom Soto now, the 9-hole hitter for Cal. Soto is 0 for 2, a couple of ground ball outs.
Yeah, we'll see how this head coach Mike New for Cal plays this. Do you kind of play for 1 run, let your 9-hole hit, or put down a bunt, move them into scoring position, let the top of your lineup do some damage, or do you you probably take a pitch, make sure he throws a strike, but we'll see how Cal plays this with the leadoff man on.
Liss's first pitch, checks the runner at first, eyes the runner rather, now deals. There's a strike, fastball, 88 on the outside edge, good pitch from Liss. Haft got a key 6-4-3 double play on in relief. 1 run was scored. It was charged to McMillan, so we'll go through his final line in a moment. This is the 3rd arm for the Cougs used here today. Liss is on with a runner on first, the 0-1. Off the outside edge. So McMillan goes 5 innings, only allows 1 hit. 3 passes were the problem, 3 walks and 1 hit batter. But 5 Ks and only 1 run. He was fabulous through 5+. And Haft comes on and does his job in a tough spot. Bases were loaded full of Golden Bears. Only 1 run came across. Here's the 1-1 now to Soto with a runner on first. As we're here in the 7th, the pitch lifted foul, first base side. And the count's 1-2.
A really critical at bat here for Cam Liss on the mound. You need to get an out here, whether it's a sacrifice bunt. You'd love a double play to clear the bases before the top of the lineup comes over. A couple left-handed hitters. That's who you're in here to face, is the 1 and 2 hitters for Cal. So let's see if we can clear the bases right here in a good way with the double play.
Manning's off of first. Liss set from the stretch. The 1-2. Breaking ball, strike 3. Rings him up at the knees. Soto knew it as soon as it came across. And there's the first out of the 7th. And Martorella comes up to the batter's box with that runner hanging on there at first base.
Yeah, huge out. Nice breaking pitch. So he's kind of settled in here these last 3 or 4 pitches after not starting out the inning the way he wanted to with the leadoff walk. But you can't take a second here you can't relax here for the top of the lineup coming up. Some big boppers.
Martorella in the box now with Manning at first base. Cougs up 4-1, and Liss checks the runner, comes home. Strike outside edge. Liss has favored that breaking ball here. on a sunny, cool day. Wind now whipping out to right. Martorella is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. And the 0-1. Fastball comes in high, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Manning walked to lead off the inning, and now, like you said, Liss seems to have found the touch. Counts even here, 1-1 to Martorella. Beavers due up next. You'd love to get a double play, not face him till the 8th. Here's the 1-1. Fouled back into the netting. Breaking ball inside edge. Cougs are 4-11 in the pack. Cal is 7-8. And one of the things that Skip was saying is he's like, you've got Oregon, you've got UCLA, you have Arizona State, and you have USC, right? And Arizona State and USC are direct Pac-12 tourney standings competition. Here's the 1-2. That's outside 2-2. So you have a chance in 2 of your final series to really play your way in, because you can steal direct games from teams that are flirting with that 8 spot.
Right, so that tournament kind of starts now.
Pressure's on.
Some games. Sorry, Chaz.
No, it's a 2-2 count here. Runner on first. Strike 3 outside edge. Fastball. And Martorella is very unhappy with the call. Actually screaming at Jason Benson for a moment and had to walk away. And the home plate umpire, Benson, eyes him all the way back to the dugout. 2 down here in the 7th, 2 strikeouts, and it's Dylan Beavers into the box.
Yeah, it looked like a nice little hard slider, maybe a little cut piece from Cam Liss, the left-hander, going away from the left-handed hitter. Just catches the edge of the plate. I think he did have an argument, though. That call hasn't been there throughout the day, but Cam Liss gets a call.
2 outs now for Dylan Beavers. Liss throws to first, almost caught Manning heading towards second. And so we'll get to Beavers here in a moment. Beavers is 0 for 2 and was plunked back in the 6th inning. Cougs up 4-1. And Liss is trying to keep it that way. Dangerous part of the order here. The pitch to Beavers. There's a strike. Off-speed pitch. Might have been a changeup down the middle. Might have gotten away with a pitch there, and the count's 0-1.
Yeah, a little bit of a mistake against Dylan Beavers, one of the premier power hitters in the country, and the breeze blowing out to right. But there's only 1 runner on, and you got a 3-run lead. A
1 count here. Runner on first. The pitch to Beavers is outside. Gets away from Meyer. Mask falls off as he collects the baseball, ricocheting off the backstop. Runner advances to second. It's a wild pitch. And ball number 1.
Easy for people to get frustrated with some of the wild pitch and ineffectiveness, but sometimes that wildness does help you, because you look at the big left-hander like Andrew Miller, all those years with the Red Sox and Indians, and then I think he finished with the Cardinals. 6'7" gets up on you. He's nasty stuff, and he every once in a while throw into the backstop because it's so nasty you don't know where it's going. What do you get ready for?
Here's the 1-1 to Beavers. Off the end of the bat, foul down the left field side, so it's 1-2 now. And Liss is ahead in the count. Beavers was fooled by that pitch. And at the last moment reached the bat out and just touched it foul. So now a chance for Liss to get his 3rd strikeout of this inning.
Right. We saw Cole McMillan trying to work hard in to the left-handed Beavers, who kind of stands up on top of the plate. How does Cam Liss attack him?
The 1-2 coming here to Beavers as the wind whips. That's outside and high. Like that was the spot they wanted to hit, too. Meyer casually out of the crouch, and the count's 2-2. I want to give Beavers anything to hit, especially with first base open. Manning's in scoring position. 2-2 count here, 2 down. And Liss is ready to roll. The 2-2. Lifted down the left field side. Watch out. Vandebreek's back to the track. He twists. He turns. He makes the grab. And then runs into the wall and hangs onto the ball. And a great job by Vandebreek to fight some wind. And Cam Liss puts the Cal Bears down with a runner in scoring position. We stretch. It's 4-1 Cougs.
Start enjoying your maintenance-free lifestyle today with Choices. Bishop Place Senior Living has many options to explore depending on the level of care you need. Bishop Place has a wide range of activities, social events, and fitness options depending on your interests. We also have housekeeping and dining service. Less worry, less chores, more life, and more choices. Visit us on the web at bishopplace.net. or call to schedule your tour today. We can't wait to see you.
A lot goes into Washington State athletes reaching peak performance for game day, including the right nutrition. At Wilbur Ellis, we know that healthy crop performance requires the same attention to nutrition as an athlete. That's why we use benchmark data points to maximize crop productivity through nutrient efficiency. For 100 years, family-owned Wilbur Ellis has been partnering with Washington's farmers to grow healthier crops. That is the winning ag experience for Cougar Nation, locally provided by Wilbur Ellis.
So we go to the bottom of the 7th, and it will be Zobak still pitching here for Cal, as Washington State's kind of flirted with it. There have been some dangerous moments here for the Cougs. Cal has threatened, but they've held the Golden Bears to just one run. And Cam Liss and Tyler Haft have done their relief job. Zobak on for his 3rd inning of relief work.
Yeah, I'm sure making Brian Green and pitching coach Anthony Clegg a little uneasy there, putting some guys on base. But you get a big swing from Dylan Beavers. But Justin Vandenbrink playing the left field. He saw him make a number of nice catches on the run yet last week against Arizona, and was waiting for the wind to kind of blow it back to him. And then he flipped around at the last second and made a nice catch up against the wall to end a threat. So there's letting your defense make another play for you. Nice job by Justin Vandenbrink in left field to end the 7th.
Cody Colden, Elijah Hainline, and Jack Smith do up here. Zobak's 3rd inning of relief work. Winds and deals. And this first pitch is lined out into left. On the jog is the left fielder to Schenkel, and he makes the play. And so a 1-pitch out to lead things off here in the 7th. That was a very short 7th inning stretch on a cold day. And so it is Elijah Hainline into the box.
Yeah, sometimes take me out to ball games a little bit quicker than others. So a lot of people, or maybe they were a little stand-up mood, move around a little bit, but also bundled up. So a little bit quicker take me out to the ball game today.
Pitch to Hainline is a fastball outside 1-0. So 1 down here, 4-1 ball game. Cougs up by 3 runs here on the Golden Bears. The 1-0 pitch to Hainline. Swung on and missed. Big cut by Hainline there. Was trying to drive that fastball out of the ballpark. A little bit of motion in the Cal pen, but I think what they're doing with the doubleheader is trying to let Zobak ride it out. Sunday starter earlier this year, the 1-1. Strike on the outside edge. Fastball, and the count's 1-2. 4-1 ball game here. There will be pressure pitches in the 8th and 9th for the Cougs, as Zobak winds and deals the 1-2. And that comes in low for ball number 2.
So maybe the one difference now for the approach for the Cougar hitters is, you want to be aggressive, but also wouldn't mind pushing that pitch count up a little bit on Zobak, so you don't see him game 2.
2-2 count here with 1 down. Just missed on the outside edge. Good eye by Hainline there, breaking ball away. Count is full 3-2. So chance for Hainline to try to start something up here. Zobak's featured the fastball. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. There's the heater, and he's behind it. Zobak's been good out of the pen. He's only allowed 1 hit. And now 2 up and 2 down here in the 7th.
Yeah, and he's been good not just today, but throughout the season. So this is one of the top relievers on the West Coast, and definitely in the Pac-12 Conference. And done a good job of filling up the strike zone here, attacking hitters. And Cougs looking for a way to try to tack on one more.
Cougs did their damage off the starter, Ian May. Got 4 runs on 10 hits to drive him off the bump. Pitch here to Jack Smith. Strike, fastball, 95. Hitting the bottom of the zone there, located on the outside edge. Zobak's done well to keep that ball down. 29 pitches, 22 strikes for Zobak. The 0-1 is golfed foul down the right field line. And so the count, just like that's 0-2. Smith's behind. Struck out 1 in the 6th and 1 in the 7th, 1 in the 5th as well. He struck out a batter in all 3 innings of his relief work. Bases empty here. Zobak deals the 0-2. Inside and high. Fastball bends Smith back at the waist. Counts 1-2. 4 runs on 11 hits for the Cougs. They scored 2 in the 3rd and 2 in the 4th. Cal has their 1 run back in the 6th inning. The 1-2 from Zobak is just foul. Smith barely staying alive. Touched a fastball on the inside edge there, so we'll redo the 1-2. Smith's average is up to 343 now. A couple of singles today, 2 for 3. And the 1-2. Breaking ball fouled off first base side. Good job waiting for his. Smith from Mercer Island on the west side. Came on here, was behind Matheny. They're trying to find a spot for him. Big personality. Now a team leader and a staple here in the 3 spot. And a really tough out. And showing that here. Here's the 1-2 to Smith. Swung on and fouled off first base side. So we'll redo the 1-2.
So many good at-bats by Jack Smith this last 3 or 4 weeks, kind of taking his game to another level, and it carried this team a little bit during a tough stretch, and delivered a number of big hits and a big 3-run triple at UW that brought some energy to the ballpark. So here he is battling again.
Here's the 1-2, 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a missed strike 3 over the top of a breaking ball away. Good pitch by Zobak. We go to the 8th. It's 4-1 Cougs.
Did you disagree with that call the ref just made? Maybe it's time you had your eyes checked. Rolling Hills Eye Care provides comprehensive eye and vision exams for the entire family at both their Pullman and Colfax locations. Visit them at rollinghillseyecare.com and schedule your appointment today. That's rollinghillseyecare.com.
Get game day ready at Rosars. Rosars is a proud sponsor of WSU Athletics and your headquarters for keeping snacks stocked up for game time. You'll find the largest craft beer selection, local and imported wines, and all the makings for your favorite cocktails. And while you're there, stock up on your favorite deli snacks, pizza, rotisserie chickens, and ribs. Don't just watch the game, experience it with your favorite game time foods. Get game day ready at Rosars.
New pitcher for the Cougs is the 4th arm of the day. Chase Grillo comes out of the pen. He's basically become the closer over the last few weeks for the Cougs. 5.02 ERA. This is his 18th appearance. 14 and a third innings. 27 Ks. Just attacking the strike zone. 6 walks. And only 15 hits allowed. So Grillo is on in relief of Cam Liss. Final line for Liss. He goes an inning, and he strikes out, 1 walk, 2 Ks, 1 walk, and no hits allowed. And Liss does a good job. So Grillo's on here in relief of Liss. It's been McMillan, Haft, Liss, and now Grillo in a 4-1 ball game. And Grillo, who has a chance to really solidify himself as the Coug closer here, if he can get 6 outs and get the Cougs a Game 1 win. He was competitive Tuesday against Gonzaga in that tough ball game and did well in Tucson. As Grillo's taking his final warm-up pitches here. And the last one's about to come down the pipe. Grillo will throw to Smith, Lamavita, and Elvis. That's 3, 4, and 5 in the Cal lineup. And the Cougs have a 4-1 lead he's trying to protect to get a win here in the first of 2 on this doubleheader Friday.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it, but yeah, Grillo's been really big as of late. Worked both wins at the later innings in crucial situations. Worked a scoreless inning with the strikeout in Friday's win at Arizona, and then was benefited from the win, the comeback, the Kyle Russell's go-ahead RBI single in the 9th. Grillo was on the mound, a pitcher of record, picked up a win with 2 scoreless innings with 3 strikeouts last Saturday at Arizona.
Really good stuff. So Hans Smith's into the box now. Grillo, third base side of the hill, deals home. Strike, outside edge, well-located heater at 92. And the count's 0-1. 4 runs on 11 hits, 1 run on 3 hits for Cal. A few too many free passes for Coug pitching. And here's the 0-1 to Smith. Breaking ball away, does not bite, counts 1-1. So a chance here for Grillo to give the Cougs a win here in game one. What's the format between games, Bobby?
Yeah, it sounds like it'll be 30 minutes. I think the weather, knock on wood, we're in decent shape, so just be a traditional 30 minutes. Let the starters have their regular time to get ready.
All right, here's the 1-1 to Smith. There's a strike on the outside edge. Beautiful changeup there, and the count's 1-2. So half an hour, and then we'll re-rack it. Good day to play, too, really. It was a nasty day yesterday. This has worked out well. Sunny, cold day here on the Palouse with some wind, but a day you can get 2 baseball games in. And here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Smith over the top of a breaking ball. And that's what Grillo has done so well. Now his 28th K of the year.
And every out right now is so huge. Every batter retired so that you keep the top of the lineup away from you. You don't want to be chasing Dylan Beavers. Really happy he ended the 7th inning with that flyout. So one of the nation's premier power hitters, let's not even face him over these next 2 innings.
So here's Caleb Lamavita now. He's 1 for 3, singled back in the 6th. And 1 down, base is empty. Grillo fires. Pitch is grounded to short. It's a knee-high hopper to Colden, who gloves, throws, little low. Smith is there with the stick. And there's a 1 pitch out for Grillo. And 2 up and 2 down here in the 8th.
Man, you love to see that. Grillo filling up the strike zone, get ahead. You know, he got nasty stuff to scouting. He's not going to hide from anybody anymore. So these Cal hitters are prepared for him. Know if you're going to have to attack him early in the at-bat before you face that nasty 12-6 curveball. So attack him early in the count where you know you're going to get a strike.
Cole Elvis is into the box now as the Cougs continue to make a charge here in the middle of pack play. Trying to shut the door on this thing. The first of 2 today. The pitch, swing and a miss over a breaking ball, and the count's 0-1. This is the Cougar baseball squad over the last 2 weekends that everybody expected at the start of the year. And they have enough meat on the bone here in the year to really turn things on, make some noise. The 0-1. This is outside 1-1, off-speed pitch away.
And being at home, a lot of these matchups are going to be at home. And then you have the non-conference Utah Valley Series second to last weekend, so you can maybe chase some wins there and get your guys healthy before that final weekend against Arizona State. But another huge advantage at Bailey Brayton Field.
The 1-1 to Elvis. Inside, fooled him as he twists away from it. Close pitch, 2-1.
I know everybody battling the weather up here in the Northwest this weekend, the last couple days, but pretty good showing here. A couple hundred people here. The sun's out. Cougs are back in town, and they're here.
2 balls and a strike, 2 down. The pitch to Elvis is off the hands, fouled back to the netting. Fastball inside, counts 2-2.
Yeah, tough sledding to get over 1,000 people here, but all 6 previous home Pac-12 games, we've had over 1,000 people. We had 3,600 people for the weekend against Oregon State, a series record. So the Cougs are playing well. Coug fans will come out in full force.
2-2, swung on and missed, strike 3. 3 up and 3 down here in the 8th. 2 Ks for Grillo. We go to the bottom half. Cougs up 4-1.
If a buried natural gas pipeline is leaking outside your home, you may see dead vegetation, hear a hissing noise, or smell it. Because Avista adds a rotten egg scent that's easily detectable. If so, get far away and call 911 and Avista. And if you ever smell a natural gas leak indoors, get everyone outside fast. Don't flip light switches, use a cell phone, or do anything to cause a spark. Go somewhere safe, like a neighbor's house, then call 911 and Avista. We just want you to be safe.
A lot goes into Washington State athletes reaching peak performance for game day, including the right nutrition. At Wilbur Ellis, we know that healthy crop performance requires the same attention to nutrition as an athlete. That's why we use benchmark data points to maximize crop productivity through nutrient efficiency. For 100 years, family-owned Wilbur Ellis has been partnering with Washington's farmers to grow healthier crops. That is the winning ag experience for Cougar Nation, locally provided by Wilbur Ellis.
Zobac's on to work another inning of relief for Cal. It's a great job by Grillo for 3 up and 3 down with 2 Ks in the 8th. And Zobac's on to work now, bottom of the 8th, in what is a tight ball game. 4-1, Washington State is on top of Cal, looking to win the first game of this series. A very important game. You'd think that Grillo would stay out there for the 9th in a tight ball game, a save situation where you could have basically your best back-end bullpen arm right now, your hottest guy right now, get a W today, this second.
Right. In this situation, we were talking a little bit, this Cougar team is in game-by-game mode, where it's not series. We need to almost win this inning. We won the 8th. Now let's go out there. We haven't won the 8th yet. Let's go add a run. But maybe you won the 8th because you put up a 0. But let's go win the 9th, win the opener, and then worry about the rest. But impressive stuff by Grillo. Stress-free 8th inning there.
Zobac's been excellent. This is his 4th inning of relief work. He has only allowed 1 base runner. And he has 4 Ks through 3, now 3+. Pitch to McKeon. Swing and a miss. Big wave, blew a fastball by him. Fastball really jumps out at you at 93, and the count's 0-1. McKeon has a double and a triple today. He's 2 for 3.
And then a cold, windy day. The body maybe not triggering as quick as it would like if you're a hitter.
The 0-1 is chopped back up the middle. Second baseman Smith gloves right side of the bag and then slings over to put McKeon down on a 2-pitch out. 1 up and 1 down. Here's Colin Montez into the box. 0 for 3 today. A couple of Ks. Colin Montez has had a quiet start to this series.
At the plate.
That's right. An incredible play in right field. Diving towards center. And Montez digs in with 1 down, nobody on. A 4-1 Coug lead here in the 8th. Zobac fires. Fouled off third base side, and the count's 0-1. Inside fastball there. They're going to try to ride Zobac through the entirety of this ball game here.
Yeah, good energy for this Cal bullpen, this Cal pitching staff, this Cal dugout. So good energy up on the mound for them.
And the 0-1. There's a strike at the knees. Counts 0-2. They do have a righty warming in the pen, but I bet you that's only if they tie this up or do something in the 9th. And here's the 0-2 to Montez. Inside, turns away. That's ball 96. Counts 1-2.
Yeah, there's some juice. Zobac has settled in here. This big right-hander filling up the strike zone in a loud way. So Cougars have their hands full with Zobac.
The 1-2 from the righty. This is off the end of the bat, lifted and playable to center. Manning backtracks. Misread that off the bat, but makes the play. Backpedaling and recovering, and that's 2 up and 2 down in the 8th.
Yeah, another good kind of soft swing from a Cougar hitter off of Zobac, but you like the approach from Colin Montez with 2 strikes back up the middle, good contact, put the ball in play, make the defense make a play, and so Montez 0 for 4 right now, but I think it would trade it all for a win.
Here's Russell into the box now. He's singled back in the 6th. He's 1 for 3. Swings through this fastball at 96 from Zobac, who's put a little extra mustard on this one here. There's some heat on that thing in his 4th inning of relief work. He's thrown 42 pitches now, the 0-1. He is fisted foul, first base side, counts 0-2. Zobac's a really good weapon here for Cal out of their pen. And he has shut the Cougar bats down very loud. 10 hits through 4 off of Ian May. And all 4 runs. And here's the 0-2 from Zobac. Strike 3, outside edge, breaking ball. And that's 3 up and 3 down as Russell watches that go by. As we go to the 9th, and Washington State has a chance to win Game 1 up 4-1 here on Cal.
This Washington State University sports broadcast is brought to you in part by Pullman Regional Hospital, the official hospital of Washington State Athletics. The combined expertise of our university and our award-winning hospital is being deployed to provide greater access to resources, education, employment opportunities, and innovations to improve healthcare and health outcomes for all of us. Pullman Regional Hospital and Washington State, partners in excellence.
It's time to bring the big game to your backyard. With battery power made by Steel. Our AK Homeowner Series battery tools start at just $199.99. Find yours at over 10,000 local dealers. Steel is a proud supporter of your Washington State Cougars. Real Steel. Find yours. All prices SNW SRP.
So Grillo's on here to slam the door and close this game, get the save for the Cougs, up 4-1 on Cal. Grillo put Cal down 1, 2, and 3 in order in the 8th. And he'll throw here to Schenkel, Ogans, and Manning. 6, 7, and 8 in this Cal lineup. Washington State with this 4-1 lead that Grillo's trying to protect. And a chance to get the Cougs up to their 5th pack win of the year. As we are just about set for the 9th inning. And walking up to the batter's box is Trevor Schenkel. He's walked back-to-back plate appearances. He's 0 for 1. He struck out back in the 2nd. And Schenkel's in the box. Hitting .286 here on the year. And a chance for Washington State to continue to acquire momentum here in pack play. Big pitches in this year's Grillo's first is swung on and missed an inside breaking ball, and the count's 0-1. You can feel this wave of momentum just rising higher and higher and higher. If the pack was looking from the beach, there's a crimson wave coming in. And here's the 0-2. That's outside 1-1. Not a crimson tide. That's different. That's east and more humid.
Mm-hmm. Slightly.
Yeah, it counts 1-1. There's something going on there with an elephant that I don't really understand either. 1-1 count here.
I think everyone's still figuring it out, but they win a lot of games, a lot of football games.
Schenkel in the box. Nobody down. And the pitch is low and inside. I missed that trip a couple of years ago. I believe it was during basketball, and I've only heard the best things of what they're doing in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, that facility, they had kind of the new age lights going around, so they'd score a run or hit a home run, and the lights would kind of flash on and off as they run on the bases. But a beautiful facility they had just opened.
Here's the 2-1 pitch to Schenkel. Strike, outside edge, fastball in the zone, and the count's even at 2-2.
Yeah, they had a little student plaza in right field, a couple levels where people could go and enjoy a couple beverages, and that's where their students would hang out. And giving our friend J.J. Hancock the business until he made a patent play, and he got some cheers.
Here's the 2-2, just foul tip back to the backstop. J.J. had a great personality for that kind of banter.
You know who else? Danny Sinatra had an incredible play coming in center field, made a diving play like right in front of the student section in right center field. I think Sports Center might have picked it up, but yeah, we made those two out there in the outfield were fun to watch for a couple years, Crimson and Gray. So Danny Sinatra, J.J. Hancock, thinking of you guys.
Absolutely. Got some magic working here with Montez now, taking the baton. The 2-2, outside 3-2. And so the count's all full here to Schenkel. Grillo doesn't want to lose him. He was ahead in the count to lead things off here in the 9th. Cougs up by 3 runs here. Grillo's a little frustrated, slapping the ball in his mitt. Kyler Stancato has come on as a defensive switch here in center. So that'll do it for Swartz in game 1. And here's the 3-2. Outside, ball 4. He lost him. And Grillo's not going to be happy about that as Keyshawn Ogans comes up here into the batter's box. And Cal has the leadoff man on here in the 9th. Cougs up by 3. And Anthony Claggett jogs out of the bullpen.
And as he does that, Dakota Hawkins takes off his sweatshirt. So the big fella, Dakota Hawkins, fresh off his comeback inning last week at Arizona, and where he recorded a couple strikeouts, and after missing a month battling some leg injuries, but he's back and he's getting hot right now.
So Claggett's out there with the infield converged, talking to Grillo. Very important pitches in this Cougar season. Up 3 here in the 9th on Cal at home. First of 2 in the doubleheader. You just won the series at Arizona. A chance to jump out ahead on Cal here. Big inning here for the Cougs.
And every batter gets you closer to the top of the lineup. You don't want to face Dylan Beavers. We don't mean to keep mentioning him, but he's also worth mentioning. One of the premier power hitters in the country, one of the top prospects recently named to the D1's top 50 watch list. And he's looming, so you don't want to issue free passes and bring his spot closer to the lineup.
It's really the freebies that have been the issue today. Cal only has 3 hits, but they've had base runners regularly. And here's the pitch now to Ogans. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of Meyer. Counts 0-1. Good job by Meyer to hang on to that ball. And Schenkel's there at first base hanging on. We'll have a little abbreviated postgame here after this one when the time comes. Just a programming note. Affiliates, you do not have to take it back. We'll stay here if you want to. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. If you do want to drop off for a segment or two and have some local programming, no problem. But we will have it for you. And then after 30 minutes, we'll have the second game live here in Pullman between the Cougs and the Golden Bears. So an 0-2 count here to Schenkel's at first base. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and lifted, playable to center. Backpedaling for a moment is Stancato. Fights the sun a little bit, now makes the grab. And there's the first out of the ninth.
Yeah, it's nice to see Stancato back in there. He had a really good weekend down in Arizona. Got that big rally going on Friday night, the comeback win with the single through the left side. Had a couple hits on Saturday's win. And I think we're going to get a pinch hitter, but played some really good defense in center field all weekend long. And so that's why he's in there in the ninth to go run a ball down.
So Nathan Manning is pulled out of the ball game. Let's see who this pinch hitter is and what Cal is doing with this spot. Jag Burden comes in, lefty hitter. And he digs in now with a runner on first and one down. 273 average for Burden. Swing and a miss over the top of a Grillo breaking ball. And the count's 0-1. Burden this year has played a lot. This is his 45th at-bat, and he has 12 starts on the season. This is his 20th appearance. 4 doubles, 5 extra base hits. Lefty hitter from California. And Grillo's pitch. There's a strike. Breaking ball in the zone. Counts 0-2. Will we get skip here between games, or is that just after the second game, Bobby?
It's up to you.
Okay, well, it'd be great to talk to him, depending on his timing and logistics, if we can.
We would probably lean toward let's just go after game 2.
Well, let's do that then. All right.
Get ready,
All right.
quick one.
It's hard in between games with a doubleheader sometimes. 0-2 count here, one down, runner on first. And the pitch from Grillo. Strike 3, delayed call. Put him down on a breaking ball and a 3-pitch strikeout for Grillo. And Burden goes down, and now it is a pinch hitter once again for Cal in the 9-hole spot with a runner on first.
Yeah, more nasty breaking stuff, hard breaking stuff, and toughest thing to do. You've been sitting around for 2.5 hours in the cold, in the wind, and now go up there and face a guy who's been filling up the strike zone and Chase Grillo. And big second out by the right-hander, Chase Grillo. So you keep the tying run on deck and not in the plate.
Here's Rodney Green Jr., 221 hitter, lefty, 15 hits on the year. And this is a strike. Runner advances. They do not throw to second. Not worried about him. But Grillo's ahead 0-1 on Green Jr. as Schenkel takes second base.
All right, and that'll be fielder's defensive indifference. You let him move up. No one made a move, so let's give him second base. No problem.
Here comes the 0-1 now to Green Jr. 2 outs, chance to win the game. Grillo pitches. That's outside. Fastball misses for ball 1. So Grillo's on the hill here to try to get this save. Cougs up 4-1. Green Jr. in the box as a pinch hitter. Runner in scoring position for Cal. Grillo's 1-1 to the lefty, Green Jr. This is chopped foul, first base side. A fastball that's just touched away. And a chance for Grillo to win this game here for the Cougs with a strike. Runner on second. Wind whipping out to right. Cougs up 4-1. One-two pitch to Green Jr. Grillo set and deals. Strike 3, game over. Washington State beats Cal. On the outside edge, Grillo strikes out the last 2 here in the 9th. And the Cougs have their 5th PAC win and are now one of the hottest teams in the league. They have won 4 of their last 5 Pac games, and they beat Cal in game 1 of the doubleheader 4-1.
Yeah, big-time stuff. What a great effort by Cole McMillan, the starter. And works into the 6th inning, and then your bullpen takes over. You got some big hits, big swings early on from your offense, but then Chase Grillo shuts the door, earns his 2nd save, earned the win over Arizona last Saturday, but his 2nd save of the season. Big win to take the opener, and the Cougs take the opener 4-1.
4-1. Let's do this. Bobby, can we keep you for a segment, or are you busy here between games? All right, let's keep you here. It's a 4-1 win. Let's take a break.